Let's keep it a glee. But take pics, but you taking the beat. Shape shift, I create my belief. Slave shift, so your mind is released. Blame tricks that I wore on my sleeve. Take trips to the deep of the seas. Cause the drip never cheap. Treat, straight clips, getting cheese off a string. Dead lips till I'm back looking lean. Send 6 to the niggas in need. And pay this with the heart in your sleeve. Dub merch, I'ma wait for the team. Try to serve. Be how I fit, man. Lean peep in the fit. And fuck trying to fit, drip, splash, watching in, I'm going all hard again, can't wear my cardigan, that shit so struggling, yo bitch keep falling in, I'm budging in, I'm going all hard again, can't rock my cardigan, that shit be struggling, make ass keep wobbling, I'm budging in, I keep going hard again, Bitch, take this to the chin and the teeth. Take this when you saying the cheese. Famous, but you can't even lead. Break shit when I'm taking a lead. Stay rich and that shit guaranteed. Take trips with the gang for a fee. I might kill me a beat. Straight shit ain't no flipping on me. Brainless, but we keeping it peace. Stainless, how I'm moving the street. Rate this from 1 to a T. Full clip, name 5 DDG. Track list, so you just gotta bleed. Cactus jacks on both my feet. It's all the family, and that's just how we fit, man. They peep in the fit, cash. That fuck trying to fit, drip, splash. Watching in, I'm going all hard again. Can't wear my cardigan, that shit so struggling. Yo bitch keep falling in, I'm budging in, I'm going all hard again. Can't rock my cardigan, that shit be struggling. Make ass keep wobbling. Yo, yeah, smash, yo, yeah, cash, yo, yeah, splash.
Cash out, nigga! Have my motherfucking money when I get to the motherfucking hotel, bitch! Cash out, fuck, nigga! Oh no, I don't even know what the fuck happened, but give me my fucking money, bitch! Fuck, nigga!
What's good? Yo, what up, man? What up? Hope everybody chilling. Hoping we coolin'. Yet another day, man. Another AWAD couple of hours type shit, right? Y'all know how we do it. Y'all know how it goes. Gotta hit y'all with my intro scene. Just to say what it do, what it be. PHREYZ. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what it is, man. Fuck what it ain't. Yeah, nah, today, man, like right now, actually, I just wanna hop straight into the Wise Joe, right? Pause. I just wanna hop straight into the upload, bro, and then just, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and take it from there. Shall we? Right? Hope y'all in the mood to wisen up, or at least like taking some information that's intended to make the receiver of that information wiser, right? Let's go.
You ever stop and wonder how much of your suffering didn't actually come from what happened to you, but from the 10,000 times you replayed it in your head? Like, genuinely pause and think about that. The breakup didn't break you. The mental reruns did. The job rejection didn't destroy your confidence. The 4 months you spent catastrophizing it into a personal failure did. Your life didn't fall apart because of the moment. It unraveled because of the movie you kept playing after the credits rolled. That's the real mind bender. It wasn't the bad day. It was the loop. It was the Tuesday night that bled into Wednesday morning, and suddenly it's Thursday and you haven't slept because you're still dissecting that conversation from last weekend. Like, it's a murder case and you're both the detective and the suspect. You think you're healing. You're not healing. You're just hurting yourself more efficiently. Because overthinking is not just overthinking, it's emotional self-harm with a good marketing team. It sounds innocent, harmless, intellectual even. I'm just being thorough. I'm just introspective. I'm just making sure. No, you're bleeding under the guise of being careful. You're setting your brain on fire and calling it processing. You're not solving the problem. You are the problem now. You're dragging your nervous system through the same battlefield every night, thinking maybe this time you'll win. But there is no winning. There's just the echo chamber of what ifs and worst case scenarios. And that one text you shouldn't have sent in 2018. You ever sit there and realize you've spent more time reliving something than actually living? Like the pain itself ended months ago. But you kept the ghost of it alive. You kept feeding it attention, like some weird little emotional Tamagotchi. That ex moved on. That boss forgot your name. That moment passed. But you're still playing mental archaeologist, digging up bones that should have been buried years ago. Why? Because it feels safe. It feels like control. Like if you can just think hard enough, if you can figure out why it all happened, if you can rewind and pause and analyze every micro expression, you'll finally get closure. But here's the truth bomb. Ready? Overthinking doesn't give you closure, it delays it. It tricks you into thinking you're making progress when really, you're just standing in place, burning mental calories like a hamster on a wheel. And the worst part, it feels productive. That's the evil genius of it. You're lying there at 2:46 a.m. like, I'm just trying to understand. No, you're spiraling, sweetie. You're building IKEA furniture with no manual, blindfolded, while the floor's lava and someone's playing circus music in the background. Meanwhile, you're halfway through a Reddit thread about a stranger's midlife crisis. There's an empty bowl of cereal beside you, and somehow you've convinced yourself your own dog resents you. Like, what is happening? That's overthinking. It's not logic. It's fear, dressed in a lab coat. It's control, issues in a wig, and glasses pretending to be your therapist. It's your brain trying to protect you by turning everything into a puzzle. But life isn't a puzzle, it's just life. Messy, unfair, glorious, chaotic, and your brain's like, nope, let's break this down. Let's dissect that awkward smile from your boss. Let's wonder if your best friend is secretly mad at you because she said LOL instead of LMAO. Let's relive that presentation from 3 weeks ago and hyperfixate on how your voice cracked at the 7:12 mark. Let's convince ourselves we're failing at life because we didn't answer an email fast enough. You ever notice how overthinking always ends in some version of, you suck? That's the kicker. It never ends in, you're doing great, sweetie. Nope. It ends in you questioning your worth, your choices, your entire identity. Because your brain is terrified of uncertainty, and overthinking gives it the illusion that it's doing something about it. But here's the brutal, liberating truth. You don't think your way out of quicksand. You just sink slower. And if you've ever stared at your ceiling at 3 a.m., heart pounding over something no one else even remembers, replaying that one awkward moment from 7th grade like it's live streaming in 4K, welcome. You're not broken. You're just human, with a brain that hasn't gotten the memo that the threat is over, that it's safe to stop replaying, that healing doesn't mean thinking about it more, it means letting it go. Which, yeah, sounds fake, I know. But letting go doesn't mean you approve of what happened. It means you're done renting out mental space to things that don't pay you peace. You've suffered enough. It's time to stop lighting yourself on fire, trying to see in the dark. Let your brain rest. Let the moment be over. Because the pain, that was real. But the suffering, that's optional. And the longer you live in your head, the more life passes you by without ever being felt. And modern life, oh, it makes it so much worse. You are overstimulated, under-rested, and drowning in a digital soup of garbage information you never asked for. You wake up and check your phone. Boom. 10 tabs open in your brain before your feet even hit the floor. Tab 1, the world is on fire. Tab 2, your friend just got engaged. Tab 3, that one celebrity aged badly. Feel better now? Tab 4, someone from high school just bought a boat. You can't even afford guac. Tab 5, a productivity guru says you should be waking up at 4 a.m., drinking bone broth, and running a startup by noon. You're still trying to convince yourself to shower. And this is before coffee, Your brain's in survival mode by 9:17 a.m., juggling existential dread, self-comparison, doom scrolling, and the deep burning question, is that mole on my arm supposed to be shaped like Australia? But somehow, you still feel lazy. You feel guilty for not having a six-figure side hustle, a six-pack, a minimalist aesthetic, a girlfriend, and an air fryer. And you're like, what the hell are we even doing? We've become a generation that's allergic to stillness. The second life slows down, we panic. Every gap, every crack in the day that used to be filled with boredom, silence, or God forbid, reflection is now stuffed to the brim with content. TikToks, podcasts, audiobooks, tweets, more TikToks, another tweet, an ad for something you whispered about yesterday now magically in your feed. It never stops. You can't even stand in line for coffee without scrolling. You can't walk your dog without a podcast telling you how to maximize your focus hours. You can't even poop without being fed 7 different world crises and a clip of someone making banana bread in Bali. And if your brain finally gets a moment of silence, that's when the real monsters show up. Not the ones on the news, the ones inside, the intrusive thoughts, the quiet little assassins that whisper things like, why aren't you further ahead by now? Why can't you just be normal for once? Why did you say that thing in 2013, you absolute idiot? The voice that sounds like you but talks to you like it hates you. So what do? We panic, and we do what we've been trained to do. Think harder. Maybe if I just think more, try harder, dig deeper, analyze further, I'll solve it. I'll finally uncover the grand unified theory of why I'm like this. Spoiler alert, you won't. Because there's nothing to solve. You're not a malfunctioning machine. You're a tired human being living in an overstimulated nightmare of comparison and capitalism, trying to logic your way out of feeling. But feelings aren't math problems. You don't solve them. You feel them. You ride the wave, not build a spreadsheet about its velocity. But here we are, punching anxiety into Google like it's a customer support line. I feel sad. Am I broken? I feel numb. Fix me. I feel behind. How do I catch up to people I don't even know living lives I don't even want? And the internet, God bless it, responds with more noise, more content, more opinions, more ways to hate yourself. And so the cycle continues. Because overthinking doesn't show up wearing a villain mask, it shows up wearing a suit. It sounds smart, responsible, even noble. You call it being self-aware. You call it just wanting to understand yourself. But what it really is, it's fear dressed like a scientist. It's trauma doing a TED Talk. It's your inner child, terrified and overwhelmed, pretending to be an adult who has it all figured out. It's anxiety in a PowerPoint presentation with bullet points and graphs. It's your brain trying to organize pain instead of feeling it. But here's the brutal truth. You can't outthink your way into healing. You can't spreadsheet your way into self-worth. And you damn sure can't Google your way into inner peace. Because healing doesn't come from noise. It comes from the pause, the quiet, the stillness, the scary moment when there's no distraction left. And it's just you, face to face with your own raw, messy, beautiful humanity. In that moment, that's where the real work begins. It's your brain doing the psychological equivalent of pacing in circles while pretending it's getting somewhere. Like, you've got a clipboard, a lab coat, and a whiteboard full of diagrams and timelines, but it's just emotional chaos wearing glasses. It's like arguing with a raccoon that broke into your kitchen at 2 a.m. You're both screeching, throwing things, and somehow it's your fault now. The raccoon's chewing a granola bar. You're sweating in your underwear, whisper screaming, "Get out!" No one's cleaning the mess. No one's resolving anything. It's just chaos in a confined space. That's your brain on overthinking. You want a story? Fine, I got you. There's this guy I know. Let's call him me. I once spent 19 days straight obsessing over one message I sent to a girl. One sentence. 7 words, that's it. I read it like it was the Declaration of Emotional Independence. I overanalyzed the punctuation. I questioned the tone. I ran it through a mental AI like, does this make me seem needy? Is this funny? Is it too funny? Am I the joke? I convinced myself I ruined everything. I spiraled, lost sleep, rehearsed imaginary follow-ups, wondered if I should fake my own death and move to Peru. Then she replied, "Sorry, I was busy. Want to hang out next week?" That's it. 19 days of mental gymnastics, over 7 words. And this is what overthinking does. It steals time, energy, sanity, and replaces them with nothing but noise. It taxes you twice. First, in your mind, then in reality. Except the first part, optional. But nobody tells you that. They just say, think before you act. And somewhere along the way, you started thinking instead of acting. You thought overanalyzing equals being wise. You thought preparing for every possible outcome equals being responsible. You thought thinking was the same as fixing. It's not. Thinking equals thinking. Fixing equals doing. And too much thinking? It turns self-awareness into self-destruction. You go from, I want to understand myself, to, I must be fundamentally unlovable because I typoed your instead of your, and now I'll die alone. You ever meet someone who's stuck? And not because they lack talent or options or heart, but because they keep re-evaluating. Every path, every decision,
I feel
every
like that's
potential
a mental
outcome,
barrier for
like
sure.
life's some kind of 4D chess game. So they stay on square one forever. That's the trap. Overthinking gives you this false sense of mastery. You feel like you're preparing for life. But what you're really doing is delaying it. You're not building a strategy, you're building a cage. You're not being thoughtful. You're being held hostage by your own fear. You don't need more thoughts, you need movement. Send the message, apply for the thing, say yes, say no, make the decision. Go outside and let the sun slap your face with vitamin D and a reminder that you're alive. Touch grass, literally or emotionally or figuratively. I don't care. Just get out of your head. Because overthinking never loved you. It just whispered in your ear, if we predict every outcome, maybe we won't get hurt again. But life doesn't work like that. Prediction isn't protection. Real safety doesn't come from knowing everything. It comes from trusting yourself to handle anything. That's peace. And peace, it doesn't live in thought spirals and mental simulations. Peace lives in acceptance, in surrender, in saying, I might mess up and that's okay. I'll deal with it when it happens. Because here's the truth bomb. Brace yourself. Your brain is never going to feel done. It's never going to stop generating questions. It's never going to give you a clean green light like, all clear, no anxiety left, go live your dream now. Nah. Your brain is like a browser with 85 tabs open, 6 frozen, 3 playing music, and 1 somewhere is shopping for lamps for no reason, and you have no clue.
I think my volume was a little low. Yo, nah, I'm gonna tell you something about this overthinking thing. Yo, overthinking thing, I need, like, shit. I'm one of the individuals that would admit that, yo, I'm working on that shit, yo. You know what I'm saying? The overthinking thing, especially when you always spend time by yourself. Now think about this. You have the train of thought of, you know, the self-help people that claim, nah, spending time by yourself is healthy. You know what I'm saying? Spending time by yourself is what you need to do to be able to understand yourself more, know thyself, right? Because like that, you know how to cater for yourself more. You know how to accept what is being catered for the self versus something that's catered for something else, right? You understand yourself more. But then now, once you're alone like that, the mind runs. The mind runs, you know what I'm saying? At, I don't know, 1,000,000 miles an hour, 1,000,000 Ks an hour, dog. You feel what I'm saying? That happens. But I feel like at some point, bro, it's not even about the overthinking, but it's about how you contain your own mind as it overthinks, right? So it's not about the overthinking in and of itself, but it's about how you conduct your mind, how you make the mind function as it overthinks, as it has these overloads of thoughts and material contents that just keep coming in and out of, you know what I'm saying, of its space and its realms. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like also detaching, well, I've heard this from certain other thought expressionists. You feel what I'm saying? That, yo, it's about literally letting the mind do what it does, because doing that would help you detach from identifying yourself as the mind, as the thoughts actually, right? Because that's what needs to happen essentially, according to what I'm telling you, right? According to like that thought school of thought where it's like, yo, it's about the meditation of it. It's about like the space that you retain between the thought and what you deem as yourself, really. You know what I'm saying? Because when you have some space that you can like leverage, you feel me, between you and those thoughts, you can literally view those thoughts at a distance where you can literally unidentify yourself from the thoughts that are like toxic and not inspired by you, because we know that you can receive energy from your external world, bro. People, influences, you know what I'm saying? People that influence you to think some certain ways because of how they see things, because of their certain POVs on certain things. You know what I'm saying? So now that would have you thinking a certain way where it's like, damn, I remember I didn't even feel this way, you know what I'm saying, initially, but now it's like this. How come? You feel what I'm saying? That's like external energy just fucking messing with what goes on internally on you. You feel what I'm saying? So you need the distinguishing between what's from you and what is not of you. You know what I'm saying? So with that on its own, you know, that space that I was telling you about, between you and the thoughts, right? Not identifying with the thoughts. I feel like that's a way of just like curbing especially the dark effects of overthinking. You know what I'm saying? Thinking is cool. Thinking is decent. Thinking is great, actually, for a healthy mind. You have to use your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because that just like means you're not a person that just reacts, but you can respond. You know what I'm saying? In a way where is thoughtful, in a way that is strategic. You feel what I'm saying? So you can reflect and intentionally display the effect of what caused the cause. Am I cooking too deep? Am I cooking food that's too complicated for you to fucking stomach? My bad. Let me let Joe continue. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna let this nigga continue.
You have to step back and say, is this thought helping me or hurting me? That's it. That one question. Because not every thought deserves your attention.
That's what I'm saying.
Not every worry is wisdom. Not every what if is worth a response. Some thoughts are just emotional spam. Mental pop-ups. Close them. Laugh at them. Let them go. Because the truth is, life doesn't happen in your head. It happens in the living. And the more you obsess over doing life perfectly, the more you miss it entirely. Progress doesn't come from perfect decisions. It comes from movement. Imperfect, messy, scared, beautiful movement. So let yourself move. Let yourself live. Let yourself get it wrong and laugh about it later. Because that's where peace lives. Not in knowing, in trusting, not in thinking, in trying. You feel the feeling. You stop trying to build a 37-step rescue plan for your own sadness. You stop hosting TED Talks in your head about your childhood, your ex, and that one embarrassing thing you did in Target 5 years ago. You stop trying to outthink your pain like it's a logic puzzle with a clean, satisfying answer. Because newsflash, pain isn't a math equation. It's a storm. You don't solve storms. You weather them. You don't get peace by earning it with productivity and perfect habits. You get peace by allowing it, by choosing it. You give yourself permission to exist, just as you are. Even if you're a mess, even if you still overthink and triple text and cry at commercials about puppies reuniting with soldiers, because guess what? Nobody has it figured out. Literally no one. The people you compare yourself to, also spiraling. The girl who posts aesthetic that girl morning routines had a panic attack over an unflattering selfie. The guy with the Lamborghini and crypto empire. Still Googling. How to feel proud of myself. The influencer with the clear skin, smooth transitions, and perfect captions.
Yep.
Crying into a ring light between takes.
Whoa.
The CEO with 3 assistants probably has a therapist on speed dial asking, why does nothing feel
bro?
The world is not as put together as it looks.
Shit,
It's
bro. Look, okay, I have like this question where it's like, alright, cool. Then, you know what I'm saying? Why is it that it has been sold to the collective public that yo, this capitalistic dream, you know what I'm saying, and reaching the peak of your capitalistic ambitions and desires and things like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, where did it originate, the fact that, you know what I'm saying, we are to embrace this and be happy for the fact that, you know what I'm saying, once we reach there, like, that's utopia. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yo, shit like that CEO position and blah blah blah, to some people that's like utopia. But you know what I'm saying, then what's the need for like that therapist and things like this? You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? So there's always going to be that pressure upon people, literally, no matter where you go, bro. So I feel like the meaning has to change in terms of like what utopia actually means, what utopia actually entails, dog. You think there's no darkness? You think there's no, you feel what I'm saying? You think there's no pressure in utopia? Yo, a utopian existence is an existence where you can literally take those pressures, you can literally take those sufferings that come with the environment that you're in, you know what I'm saying, work around those to, you know what I'm saying, make the most of your experience. You feel me? You feel me? I don't know, I may be talking out the side of my neck, but that's just like, because damn, bro, like these, is no one else realizing these things? Man, put your thoughts in the comments, like, let's see what's up. Like,
but still believe in your future. To rest without guilt. To choose peace over performance. To take a nap instead of solving your entire life in one sitting. To make one tiny, brave decision today without needing a PowerPoint presentation to justify it. To try, to fail. To try again anyway. Because life isn't a test. It's recess. It's loud, it's messy, it's unfair. Sometimes you laugh until you snort. Sometimes you cry while washing dishes, and sometimes you get hit in the face with a metaphorical dodgeball and still have to keep playing. But the point is, you're in the game, not because you have it all together,
facts,
but because you showed up. Even in the overthinking, even in the uncertainty, even in the days when brushing your teeth felt like a victory. You're not supposed to figure it all out. You're supposed to live. You're allowed to overthink sometimes. You're allowed to cry in the shower. You're allowed to be dramatic and sensitive and text people long messages that start with, "Sorry if this is too much." You are not too much. You are a deep soul in a world that fears depth. You are a sensitive heart in a culture obsessed with being chill and unbothered. You are a human being in a machine-like system that keeps telling you to be more productive instead of more present. And maybe, just maybe, that's not your weakness. Maybe that's your superpower, your depth, your compassion, your wild beating heart that refuses to go numb. The world doesn't need more perfect people. It needs real ones, messy ones, tender ones, ones who show up when it's hard, ones who still choose love, even when it hurts. So take a breath, drop your shoulders, close the 45 tabs in your brain that haven't helped you at all. The world can wait. But your peace? That starts now, not tomorrow. Not when you've figured it all out. Not when you've fixed everything. Now. You're allowed to stop fighting yourself. You're allowed to just be. And maybe just for the first time in a long time, that's enough.
Yeah, nah, and I ain't gonna lie. I can only imagine how many, you know what I'm saying, the number of people that need to hear something like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to be yourself, bro. You see what I mean? Like, okay, this is a thought that I've entertained for a very long time in terms of, you know what I'm saying, even just by myself. It's like, yo, if I was born, you know what I'm saying, if you were born and certain things had to happen for you to get to this earth, you know what I'm saying, two people had to come through, mix those kind of energies, you know what I'm saying, mix those kind of bodily fluids with, you know, together and things like this, so that you can, that's effort. You think, you know what I'm saying, bro, your mother probably like was well put together, you know what I mean, for her to be attractive enough to attract a mate to come through and then have that little dance, you know what I'm saying, so that you can pull up, you feel me? So it's like, obviously that takes effort. So with that being said, it's like, yo, energy had to like be exerted for me to pull up, you feel what I'm saying? So obviously energy has to be exerted, whether energy has to be transformed or just sustained for me to be existing, for me to be around, you know what I'm saying, aka I take up space and I deserve to be around as a result. So you know what I'm saying, I feel like that has to to speak to the mind of you know what I'm saying, like the whole thing of even, yeah, do I even deserve to be here? You know what I mean? I don't know. Matter of fact, nah, bro, let me not act ignorant. I know a whole lot of people just like be grappling at least with the idea of that. Some people, you know, with some people, they probably have strong personalities, strong minds to a point where, or strong characters to a point where it doesn't even show in their day-to-day. But everybody inside, dog, at least the idea of that like just comes through, like, hey, what, you know what I'm saying? Especially maybe if you've been like the type person to have been traumatized a lot in terms of rejection, things like this, rejection, neglect, you feel me? Yeah, like shit that just like had you having low to no confidence type shit, you feel me? You've had a thought like, yo, do I even need to be around? And then you get people that just straight up off they self. You know what I'm saying? That's why that's the one thing I was talking about. Like, do pay attention to the thought and don't just be reactive to those. You know what I'm saying? Don't be radioactive, reactive, radioactive. No, but you can kind of throw those interchangeably. You know what I'm saying? Together, where it's like, yo, don't just react. Don't just go according to emotion, because now, God, look at what happened. God, what just happened, right? It's like you've identified yourself with that thought, and you were like, "Yo, let me entertain this shit because this is the end all and be all of what needs to happen." It's like, nah, bro, chill out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you might have that idea of like the ideation, the self-offing ideation, but it's like, nah, dog, you don't have to do it. It's like the same thing with the whole catcalling thing, maybe, or not even catcalling, but like being so attractive to a woman body shape type shit that like you have to catcall, or you have to make an action. It's like, no, you can admire from a distance, right? Then again, hey, we talking human man. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. We talking primal instincts here. Yo. That shit, sometimes you can't even control that, but you gotta be able to. You know what I'm saying? We trying to advance and be people that are like self-aware in at least the most significant aspects of being self-aware, though. You feel what I'm saying? Where it's like, you want to be a human sometimes. You feel me? You're not no animal, bro. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, detaching yourself from your thoughts. Not on some, yo, I should never have any thoughts. No, yes, you will overthink, but like, are you those thoughts? No. As I said again earlier, you may be influenced by the external environment to have the kind of thoughts that you end up having sometimes, and you gotta be able to tell the difference. You feel what I'm saying? So, Wise Joe, ladies and gentlemen, hold on, Wise Joe with it. You feel me? Shit, y'all wanna jump straight into a riddle, straight off the Wise Joe joint? With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we got 13 riddles for your mind, for your top of the dome, nigga. You feel me? 13 riddles that will test your brain speed. Right? Right side. Regular folk. Alright, let's get it.
Inspector Lewis found the footage of a fancy dinner where a famous actress was almost poisoned. He analyzed the video and came to a quick conclusion of who was the culprit. Take a look at the image. Can you figure out who tried to poison the celebrity?
Oh shit. This one right here. This one right here. The one with the lid in her hand, because she got the green bottle. What the fuck is green? Hold on. You can't tell me that this is seasoning, ladies and gentlemen. That shit right there. This shit right here. This seasoning? Let's see what she got. Okay, the other lady, this looks kind of like season. This looks like something that could go in the food, right? This bitch right here, hold on. This bitch right here, bro. The fuck green shit is this? Sugar, spice, and everything nice to get you the Powerpuff Girls. Who tried to poison the joint? Who tried to poison? She got the meat because it's vegan. No, she got the meat. It's meaty. It's carnivore. It's carnivore based. But then this one got the vegan joint. Hold on. What else can we make out of? Okay, it's just the poison. It's the poison thing that I can make out of it.
The picture clearly shows that the second lady was the culprit. You see, the lady decided to wear gloves so she wouldn't get poison on her hands and poison herself. Besides, if you were to poison someone, you would have to make the food look presentable.
Yes.
And if you take a look at the first lady's soup, it looks pretty terrible.
It looks simple.
Alex needed to get across a park in the middle of the night. He walked fast until out of nowhere a hooded man came up to him and knocked him out.
Why?
The next day, Alex went to the closest police station to file a report. When he got there, the police were interrogating 3 suspects, Ben, Michael, and Bernie. The detective gave each of them a marker and asked them to write down their names. As soon as they finished, he arrested the right person. How did the officer know who to arrest?
Ben, Michael, Bernie. Oh my God. Wait. For some reason, it's Ben, right? Ben was the right person because I don't know. He just looks like an anomaly at this point. Like he's looking at the opposite direction that the other people's is looking. He don't got the pen in his hand, and so he probably didn't even wait. Man. He probably didn't write that name because he don't got the pen in his hand. Might not be his name. So he might be lying so that they saw he, like, you know what I'm saying, you on some bullshit. You try to lie to us. You didn't even write this name yourself. So you're on some bullshit. You're the culprit. Let's get it. You feel me? That's how I think it might have happened. Let's see what's up.
The test wasn't all that random after all.
What?
Alex was hit from the right side, so the police were trying to figure out who was left-handed. And among these 3 guys, the only left-handed one is Bernie.
Fuck.
On a moonless night,
Nah, that was tough.
Mary decides to watch a horror movie before going to bed. She passes out on her couch, and the next thing she knows, she wakes up in a haunted castle. She hears screeching sounds and screams all over the place. She walks carefully to the kitchen, where she finds 3 suspicious meals ready to be eaten. Take a look at the plates. Can you help Mary figure out which of these plates is poisoned?
Oh my God, poison. Ooh! What is this? Why is there a fucking spider on the thing, bro? Why are you chilling, bro? What you doing? What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Nah, this is terrible. This is terrible work. Chef, what is this? I found a spider on my thing. Chef, please come here. I think this is poison. Bro, it's literally the Swiss roll, I think. Let's see. Chocolate Swiss roll.
So, the French fries look relatively okay. The cake has a spider climbing on top of it. But hey, it's protein, right?
Protein?
But the meat. Oh, the meat has a strange liquid coming.
Bro, this nigga said it's protein, right? Oh, realistically, bro, let's fucking just like chop this up really quick. Leave it in the fucking comment section, bro. Would you, right now, would you eat something with a spider on it? Talking about, oh, it's protein. Would you do it, bro? Bro, your options are, yo, there's a spider on your thing, some meat on the thing, and then fries or fries. But what? You still wouldn't eat it. You think like, and they tell you, bro, okay, let's say they put a fresh cake in front of you. And then they put maybe stale meat in front of you. You don't know the meat is stale. You don't know the cake is fresh. Right? There's the scenario. Stale meat, fresh cake. The cake has the spider on it. The meat don't got shit on it. It actually looks presentable. You feel me? It's just stale. You ain't tasted nothing yet, so you can't really tell if it's stale. It's not visually like giving, this meat is fucked up, right? But the cake is not giving. This cake is visually fucked up. It looks fresh because it is. It just got the spider on it. The meat is stale. It just looks visually pleasing. And then they like, yo, from like you here now in 2025, the you that's watching right now, put it in the comments, bro, please. Right? What are you choosing? Like, what do you think is being poisoned? Like, and then, you know what I'm saying? They tell you in, like, between these two products, one of them is poison now. We're not going to tell you specifically how they're poisoned, blah, blah, blah. But from what you're looking at, what do you think is poisoned here? What do you think is stale here? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you'd look at the shit with the spider, be like, nah, what the fuck? And then I would reveal to you later that, nah, the shit with the spider was actually the shit that's fresh. This meat is actually 13 weeks old. I just like young telling Charlie Marination corner. My fucker I macro oven with crispy. And I was like, yo, what's up? You feel me? Come on, bro. Don't nobody gonna talk about, yo, nah, at least it's a spider, it's protein. Let's see what's, you know what I'm saying? Let's try eat it. Nah, fuck it, bro. Come on. Right side, you know you be on your
That's the one that's probably poisoned.
Whatever, nigga.
The airport police are having a lot of trouble these days. Many convicts escape prison and are trying to leave the country as fast as they can. Take a look at this image.
Hold on, repeat that. My bad.
The airport police are having a lot of trouble these days.
Why?
Many convicts escape prison and are trying to leave the country as fast as they can.
Oh shit.
Take a look at this image. You gotta figure out ASAP who the fugitive is.
What? Is this body shaming if I'm doing this? I gotta look at who the fugitive is, because literally I'd say this nigga right here, because this nigga looks kind of Arabic. He may be black, but also Arabic, because this is a cartoon. You can't really, you know what I'm saying, tell the difference between like an Arabic nigga or a black guy, a black nigga, right? So this guy might be like, you feel me? Fugitive vibes. Oh, but she looks angry. Well, why is she mad? Hold on, why is she mad? Did they mention the country? Whoa, wait, there's a picture saying wanted here. Somebody's wanted, and it looks like it's bang. Wait, no, she's the fugitive. She's the one on the picture. Look at this. Right? This one right here. I don't know if you can see this. I'm actually not like viewing my Twitch manager right now. Look at this. Right? This looks more like boom. I am not tripping. I think we found our guy. Goo. FBI. I think we found our guy. There's this one right here. And she look like she find shit too. Yo, fine shit be the most dangerous shit. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. Fine shit at number 2 on the line over there. She the fucked up one.
It's the lady on the right.
Exactly.
Although the woman in the wanted poster is blonde, she must have dyed her hair brown to try to get through security. But her lips and freckles are exactly the same as in the picture. Something weird happened to Johnny's wedding day. He was busy tackling some last-minute problems when he slipped on a banana peel.
Oh.
How comical. He hit his head pretty strongly, but when he woke up, he didn't know where he was. He lost his long and short-term memory, and there were 4 different brides in front of him, but he didn't know who his real bride was.
Oh shit.
Take a look at the image, and first of all, try to rule out which of these brides is actually life-threatening to Johnny.
Life-threatening. It's the one with the tattoos. Yo, it's the hoe with the tattoos. Hold on, let me see something. I mean, you know I gotta zoom in. Why she got so many tattoos, dog? Short skirt and everything. Number 1, she's a red flag. She got the short skirt, dog, for a wedding day. Hell nah. Cause you know these ones be dangerous with the short skirts. You know, bro, with the short skirt, a quickie is the easiest thing that you can. You know what I'm saying? You can have a real nice quickie. You got this on. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you make sure you ain't got no panties on. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously it's go in the bathroom for like 5 to 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So you're a problem. You come to a wedding like this. It means you know that a whole lot of men are there, you know what I'm saying, on their tip-top shape, you feel me, looking their best. So you know you can just throw that cake, you can just throw that fishy, you just throw that kitty, you feel what I'm saying? So number one, the short skirt. Number two, the tattoos, bro. What the fuck is you like, what's up with you? Who's the fraud? Who's the fraud? You. What? You. What is this, dog? What is this yellow? What is this yellow thing? It might be a wire. It might be like what do they call this thing? Where you're trying to set a neighbor up and then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like to record them on some shit, like just body cam vibes type shit. You know what I'm saying? What's up, nigga? I don't know. Okay, this one I'm not too sure. I ain't gonna lie. But I see the hoe with the tattoos, with the gang tattoos.
Did you see the hidden poison jar on that?
You feel me? Yo, now we got it. Now we got go FBI. We got one.
Bride? The bride on the left is probably pretty dangerous. He should rule her out first. Jane and Brendan really didn't.
I'm feeling good about today, right side. I ain't gonna lie. I'm feeling good about today, right side. He's high, she. I feel good about today, right side. I'm killing it. I'm killing it, ladies and gentlemen. I think we only like 2 for 3 type shit, right? Type shit.
Like each other. They were
I think we just like missed one.
sharing a flat because the bride on the left is probably pretty dangerous. He should rule her out first. Jane and Brendan really didn't like each other. They were sharing a flat because they were short on money. What Brendan didn't know is that Jane had some evil plans.
Why?
She planned on poisoning one of his meals, since she was the one that always prepared the food. One day, she cooked the same piece of meat for both of them. She cut it in half, ate her share, and gave him the other part. After he ate it, he started to feel really bad and was taken to the hospital. The question is, how did Jane manage to survive while Brendan got sick?
No, she cut the meat first and then she poisoned Brendan's half, and then she ate her normal half while Brendan ate the poisoned half. Right?
Jane put poison on one side of the knife, which was the piece she gave Brendan.
Oh. People can do that?
Take a
Yo! That's like... That definitely doesn't come from like an amateur kind of mind type of killer, you know what I'm saying?
look at this image. Who do you think is being more careless here?
It's the pregnant lady. How the fuck are you trying to do what you're doing right now, being a pregnant lady? Number one, you are heavy, you know what I'm saying? So the one side of the boat is going to sink more, you know what I mean, than the other side of the boat. At the same time, who is more careless? Yeah, it's the pregnant woman.
It's the girl on the right. She's almost falling out of the boat. She should move to the middle and help balance the weight.
Oh.
And
shit, it has nothing to do with the bro. She's different, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. I'm not body shaming, please, dog. You know what? Today, my TikTok thing got banned permanently. You know what I'm saying? Because of some like violation. So I literally don't know what to say and what not to say, dog. So it's not body shaming. Look at what's going on, dog. What are we talking about? She's pregnant. She makes the thing heavy. So number one, what is she doing? What is it called? Rowing? Is it canoeing? No, rowing. Oh, right. What is she doing canoeing? I mean rowing, boat like this. Freaking 12 months pregnant like that. You feel me? She looks overly due. I'm just saying. My bad, yo.
irresponsible here.
If that was like
She's almost falling out of the boat.
Like,
she should move to the middle and help balance the weight.
Yeah,
And what about in this image? Who do you think is being irresponsible here?
Irresponsible. Oh shit! Wait. Both of them are being irresponsible. Let me see something. Both these motherfuckers are irresponsible. Hold on. This snake could choke her out really quickly, And she's doing this for the, you know what I'm saying? She out here clip farming. I mean, this nigga, his hand might go along with the meat. This gator can literally snap right there and have this whole guy's arm gone. They both irresponsible. They both, you know what I'm saying, out of it on some shit. They both high. Both high.
Let's see. It's the person on the right.
Why?
The snake is too close to her face. It could hurt her. While the crocodile is simply interested in the meal the man is feeding him.
Nah,
An old
both
lady
of them.
was shopping at the mall when she saw something strange. She
What'd she
looked at
see?
a woman all dressed in orange at the cashier and shouted that she was seeing a prisoner that must have just escaped from prison. The woman in orange felt really confused, called the police, and got the old lady kicked out of the mall. What exactly happened here?
It's a misidentification, dog. New connection? It's a misidentification because she's wearing something orange and it's like a jumpsuit. It's like a onesie, right? But she's seeing it from the back. You feel what I'm saying? She's seeing it from the back, so she's misidentifying it for like an escaped prisoner or some shit. You feel me? That's actually that's dumb. Oh no. Oh, she probably thought like, you see the new collection right there? This new collection might be the reason why she thought, nah, this one that's wearing this orange right here stole one of these. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying, bugging right now.
The woman was dressed in orange overalls. It was just a fashion trend. But the old lady mistook it for prison clothing.
That's what I said. That's it.
In a
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm tippity top with these ones today.
parallel
man.
reality where humans, witches, and all types of beings coexist, Jenny and Lawrence were playing hide and seek. They were inside a huge old mansion. Jenny spent hours looking for her friend until she stepped inside the study. There were footprints up until the middle of the room, and then they disappeared. The only window of the room was open. Take a look at the picture. Can you figure out what happened here?
Was snatched up by you said what exists?
Humans, witches, and all types of beings coexist.
Witches.
But the old lady
Witches
missed
and all
playing
types of
hide and
beings.
seek. They were inside in a parallel reality where humans, witches, and all types of beings until
He
she
was
took a
snatched
look
up
at
by a strange being.
the picture. Can you figure out what happened here?
Was snatched up by a witch that flew off into the abyss, into the star abyss. You know what I'm saying? They just disappeared into thin
Lawrence
air.
was a shapeshifter. This explains why the footprints didn't reach the window. Plus,
Was a
look at
shapeshifter?
the bird food on the floor. He probably shapeshifted into a bird and escaped.
What?
Katie got lost in the desert. She walked for hours when suddenly she came across a huge oasis. But to reach the main waterfall where she could drink some water, she had to cross a bridge. There were 3 bridges leading to the same place. The first bridge was far from the ground, and its rope looked like it could rip at any second. The second bridge had some hungry-looking alligators crawling on it. The last bridge stood above a lake full of poisonous water plants. Which bridge should she choose?
What the fuck you asking me that shit for, bro? A bridge full of hungry alligators is hungry alligators in the desert. And then a bridge that's far from the ground. I don't know. You tell me. You know it's okay to not know an answer, not have an answer. You tell me, bright side. What's up?
The last one. The bridge stands above a poisonous lake, but she won't touch the water when crossing it. A group of friends
What the fuck? That's your reasoning? What? Bro, she could have went. Nigga, she could have went on the one that's above the ground. Bro, She could have went for this one at the top, brah. She could have went for this one, dog. And then still reached the other side. Not having, you know what I'm saying? And reach the water on the other. Like, what are we talking about, bro? This dude's like, no. You know, it's above the ground. She wouldn't have touched the water. No, I don't think this one counts, bro.
Empty villa for vacation, right? The bridge stands above a poisonous lake,
Listen to that.
but she won't touch the water when crossing it.
Come on.
A group of friends rented a fancy villa for vacation,
Why?
right on the seaside.
Why?
When they arrived, the hostess offered them cake and drinks.
Nice.
They chatted and ate the delicious cake, when suddenly, two of them started to feel really bad.
Whoa.
They were immediately taken to the hospital, and the doctor said they found—
Nah, that hairline is crazy work. Why would they? You see them? What do you see? But y'all graphic designers, bro, come on, bro. Y'all graphic designers gotta be like comedians, like for real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a comedic sense to y'all, bro. Look at that hairline. It starts all the way at the back of the hair. It looks like a kufi.
poison in their bodies. Take a look at the image. How did the other two friends survive after eating the cake?
They were in on the motherfucking plan. Like if there was a, you know what I'm saying? It was a, they probably were framing their friends trying to rob them of some shit. So they spiked their shit because look at what's going on. Their friends have glass. Look at what's going on, bro. Their friends are sipping shit out of mugs, out of glass mugs. Look at that. Right? Glass mugs. While they sipping shit out of bottles, they got like normal Coke bottles, Coca-Cola bottles, and a normal Fanta orange bottle. You know what I'm saying? While their friends are like, they got like open glass mug drinks. And you can spike those easier than, you know what I'm saying, a closed bottle. A bottle where you need to like open the lid on some shit. You feel me? That's what I think. So they were like in on the fucking mess. In the dirt.
That's easy. The poison wasn't in the cake. The poison was on the drinks the hostess served them.
Whoa.
If you look closely, the friends that felt sick drank what the hostess offered them, and the others didn't. Oh my. Mark, Bray, and Livia are doing terribly financially.
Why?
So they walked into a local supermarket looking for the cheapest thing to buy.
Okay.
One of them was planning on stealing something.
No,
but hey,
don't steal, bro.
Can you figure out who just stole something?
Who just stole something? This nigga looks nervous. Why does this guy look so nervous, bro? Look at this guy's face. What's going on here? Hey, soldier boy. Hey, soldier boy. Hey, soldier boy. What do you got? What do you got in that briefcase, little man? You look like you trying to shit in your pants. What's going on, buddy? Plus you got a whole backpack. That shit too big for my liking, buddy. FBI, I think we got one. Young lady. Yeah, you move right on along. No, hold on. You ain't going nowhere. Chill. What do we have here? Something smells fishing. Nah, okay, on the real, bro. Like, what the fuck going on? Who the fuck took some shit? Y'all. Niggas. Who the fuck took some shit, y'all? Oh my god, who took some shit? Yo, this guy got a briefcase. He ain't got nothing to do with it. This, you know, she looks innocent. I'm not about to. But these kids be doing the most, bro. You. Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's this guy. He looks too nervous for my liking, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Why the fuck you got that weak ass expression in your face, bro? Fix your face. It's homeboy over there. I ain't gonna lie. Why the fuck you gonna just...
It was Livia, the little girl. She's hiding something in her shirt pocket. Can you see?
That's it for today.
Livia. I told you these little kids were so dangerous, bro. Little kids, they hide behind innocence. I don't know why that... Oh my god. I have no idea why I did not listen to that instinct, bro. Nah, that fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, hey, yo, that fucked me up. Yo, that fucked me up. Okay, on to our
I think it's perfect.
hetero activity. I'm saying I'm calling it hetero activity. I'm just naming these things like this right now so that I know what to hashtag it, right? Because I gotta put some legs on these things, you know what I'm saying? Like, my content doesn't have like motion by itself, so I gotta make sure that I channel it the right way. 27 minutes of why single men should stay single in 2025. Damn. So niggas like us gotta stay single. Niggas like me don't deserve no love. Come on, Daifo. Who's this? What's that? Daifo. That's the name of the thing. What you mean?
Perfectly socially acceptable to go on dates as a hobby.
Wait, why's my volume
Like
so full?
one of my hobbies is going on first dates.
My bad.
I think it's perfectly socially acceptable to go on dates as a hobby. Like one of my hobbies is going on first dates.
The fuck?
And here I am. I go on the first date, like, sure, yeah.
Okay, now look, listen to me. I feel like it could be a hobby that pays off if you go on dates. You know what I'm saying? For the sake of content. Look, you can flip anything into content these days, bro. You'll be straight. For as long as you can capitalize that shit, monetize that shit, live off of that shit, it'll keep you going. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously, the capitalization and monetization of that shit will, you know what I'm saying, act as a reward type of function. You know what I mean? So that will let you know that you're doing the right thing. But that's like with anything that you flip into content, if you know how to do it the right way. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel like if it's for that kind of reason, you know what I'm saying, record yourself going on these dates, point out the awkward moments, the fun moments, the decent moments, dope moments, diplomatic moments, crazy moments, crash out moments. You feel what I'm saying? Just flip everything into just like content. That's the only way that like dating as a hobby would work in my POV, like according to my POV in 2025. I ain't gonna lie.
Meet the guy, to talk, get to know them, tell them about me, like, see if there's potential love there, like, whatever. Like, that's a small part of it. The big part of it is that I go and I get to try a new restaurant or a new spot in Boston. And usually if
So she be going to these spots hungry as fuck just to go try the food on some like, yo, I just want to try this food though. So is any man trying to take me out, girl?
not always, it's funded by the guy. So I'm like, ooh, like,
Crazy.
Explore a little bit. Let's try to, like, grow what I know about my city. And then when I go out with my friends, I can be like, oh my god, I went to this really cool new spot. Like, let me show you.
My brothers in Christ, I am perpetually horrified by what we just heard here. We are now talking about going on first dates as a hobby. Does anybody even know a man that could say that he participates in such an activity?
That's a
really,
hobby,
I mean,
bro.
we've
It's
gotten
crazy
to the
work.
point where we've got all
what I'm
types
saying.
of mids such as this with hundreds and perhaps even thousands of dude in their inboxes where now you can go on first dates as a hobby, as an activity to do in your spare time. For the price of a $250 meal in Boston, you can now be the subject of a TikTok.
Nigga, a hungry ass hoe. You can be the subject of like the manipulation that comes from a hungry ass TikTok hoe.
And these hoes wonder why we don't want to pay on the first date. This is
Bro.
actually horrifying.
It's diabolical work, nigga.
So I always try to get the guy to, like, pick a restaurant that I haven't been to yet, or pick a cool new up-and-coming spot or whatever. So anyway, today we are going...
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not a nigga that dates. You know what I'm saying? Too much 2025. I'm not, like, I don't see the benefit in dating. Especially, you know what I'm saying, with, like, the energy of what's going on these days. But it's like, yo, I feel like for those that do date, you know what I mean? It should be a matter of, like, yo, change the meaning of what a date should look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro. Like, don't be accepting those, you know what I'm saying, to set the date or suggest or recommend the place where y'all go, bro. If a hoe ain't coming to the crib, you know what I'm saying, she ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? She ain't coming to the crib, she ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Just come to the crib, nigga. You feel me? Just come to the crib, we'll order some shit, you know, and do what it did. You feel me?
Going to the F1 arcade in Seaport, which I haven't been to, but it's, like, run by, like, the F1 racing company or whatever, and it's got, like, all these, like, simulators.
Oh my
and,
god.
I don't know, like, professional race car driving games. So that's what we're doing today. Never been. The offer was that or Pet Shack, and I'm like, I've already done Pet Shack, and, like, Cisco's right there, so that might be
The
a part
fuck
of
is
it.
Pet Shack?
But I'm really excited to go and check it out and try something new and explore more of my city. Because if I'm gonna go on a date and like this guy might be great, but you know, he might also just like, most likely most of them are just like not my vibe, like, and that's fine. But at least I'm gonna go try a new spot and go drive some fast cars.
I think it's crazy when men say that you're intimidating.
Bro, I feel like I get it now, bro. I feel like men are a come-up ticket for some of these hoes, bro. Men, you know what I'm saying? Like the human man, the human being man. You know what I'm saying? Look, the human being man is a ticket for these hoes to experience some of what a human being should be experiencing for themselves in life. You feel what I'm saying? But then now that comes at a cost of maybe that slow ass man having to fucking raise a kid. You know what I'm saying? Just because a hoe wanted to go and experience what Gold Reef City feels like. Now you got a whole baby by the hoe, and the hoe is like, you know what I'm saying? Because now shit has gone that far to a point where obviously you gonna think with your small head. You feel what I'm saying? You gonna think with your small head until you get, you know what I'm saying? You get your nut, and then realize, nah, this whole just wanted a meal ticket out of a nigga. You feel what I'm saying? But now shit spirals into, you know what I'm saying? You got this whole human being that you gotta raise with the hoe now. What the fuck? She can get, bro. She can get so wicked. It can traumatize a whole man. I'm not even gonna lie. It can traumatize a whole human man, bro.
Intimidating, like,
I ain't gonna
babe,
lie.
if I'm intimidating, what does that say about you? Like, what you got going on?
Who the fuck
for
is
yourself?
intimidated by this big nose ass? You feel me? Big huge nose ass. Oh, come on, bro. That shit huge. Mama, that shit huge. I feel like a whole lot of people be doing, you know what I'm saying? They be doing work on just like, boosting their body parts. You feel what I'm saying? Like the BBL fraternity, the breast enlargement fraternity and shit like this. But I think you gotta get some work done on some reduction on the nose. Bro, you got a manly looking nose. The fuck what you talking about with this whole little thing, man? Come on, bro.
Up here, come on.
I can't believe like a woman like this is the reason why single men should stay single. That's a damn shame. That's shameful work, my boy. I ain't gonna lie.
No man has ever said this to any woman
What the
after
fuck?
he's taken her out and hung out with her.
Is
And
that-
I'm dead serious. We gotta end this narrative where like these girls go on TikTok and they say, men always tell me I'm intimidating. No,
What?
bitch.
Who's intimidated? Bro, it's that big ass nose that be intimidating people. You see me as a man, I got to have a big ass nose. Like it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? My shit all over my face, it's cool. As a woman, yeah, I'm saying that's not a feminine trait to have, bro. And you know, one of the most attractive things you can be as a female is, you know, tapped into your femininity. But then if that's not even reflected in your physical makeup, bro, we got a problem. I ain't gonna
They
lie.
don't. Your girlfriends tell you that you are intimidating to men. The reality is, if a man finds you intimidating, it's probably because he thinks you're too hot for him, out of his league, and therefore he won't even talk to you. If he's out hanging out with you, no dude is gonna tell you, oh, you're intimidating, after he already has it in the bag.
All right, I might have to take my own advice because right now I am so frustrated by the fact that like I can't see anything more with this guy I'm seeing.
What do you mean?
And he's a great guy. He's a great guy on paper, great guy in person. And I just don't understand why I don't see more with him. Like,
Don't see more, you don't see a future, you don't see more, you don't see financial security, you don't see more, you don't see provision coming from him. Like, what are we talking about?
what made me want to see more with my exes? You know, like, it's so, I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but it's so frustrating. Like, he's a great guy. He's like such a good guy, and it's like and then I don't see more with him. It's like, why? Like,
Huh?
I don't understand. I don't understand what is wrong with me.
We know exactly what's wrong with her, fellas, right? It's the same thing we've seen time and time again. She meets a dude, he's nice, and eventually she finds him boring. Nothing exciting about the
Yeah.
dude. He doesn't want to play games. He has well intentions. And she would rather be taken on the emotional roller coaster by a man that won't commit to her. There's nothing mysterious about any of this. We've seen it a million times before. No one talks about how painfully boring the nice guy is after surviving a toxic man. There's your example right there, fellas. I mean, it's funny. She says no one talks about this. Actually...
Yeah, no, I feel like at this point it's just a matter of like what your mind has grown accustomed to. What your mind has, you know what I'm saying, come to a point of being... You know what I'm saying? Like, what has become second nature to your mind is the toxicity. At this point, you feel what I'm saying? When toxicity is more worthy than, you know what I'm saying, the boring nice guy. You know what I mean? If you prefer a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, a dickhead of a nigga who chokes you out and that turns you on while y'all fuck, versus a nigga that, like, you know what I'm saying, does fuck on consent. You feel me? Rather than just push his meat inside of you. You know what I'm saying? But will still act chivalrous and shit like this, and like, you know what I'm saying, still has the security element of, you know what I'm saying, towards himself, other than the other guy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whose fault is it that that nigga who's more secure, and we all know that y'all want a whole lot of security, y'all women. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do bid on security, even though you yourself you're not a secure human being to deal with. I ain't gonna lie. You feel what I'm saying? So, but then now it's like this double standard. I feel like I see where this double standard comes from. It comes from the fact that you can't even make up your own mind, bro. And that's a result of just like, you know what I'm saying, like listening to a whole lot of propaganda and a whole lot of hype trains rather than knowing thyself, knowing your own self, knowing what you prefer. Because sometimes what you prefer will not be the popular decision. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So now you got like a whole bunch of double standards where it's like, yo, yes, we do want the nice guy in terms of long term. You know what I'm saying? That's the baby daddy we need. Baby daddy. No, that's the husband that we need in the house, present for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because the kids, they need the father figure in their lives and shit like that. But then you go ahead and expose the fact that, and this is a real exposure. You feel what I'm saying? This is reality. Most of these women, they do find that whole thing that the generals say is the nice guy. He's the one that is good for the family and the society long term. They literally do think that that nigga's boring as fuck. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like now the expression of it will enable a whole lot of them to like be anti that and literally just choose toxicity. And now it's gonna be really hard to bring a kid up when we have the element of toxicity now as something that's like, you know what I'm saying, a hindrance. These kids will grow up mad toxic because now they will grow up as a norm. You know, when a kid is impressionable, whatever hits their mind is what the norm is what's going to be normal to them. I ain't gonna lie.
I think a lot of you do talk about this quite frequently. We see it all the time. We all know damn well that the guy that takes you for the ride on the emotional roller coaster is the guy that actually makes you feel something. And a lot of us just aren't up for those fucking games anymore. And that's why a lot of men have given up on dating altogether, guys. But we'll act like no one talks about that. Anyway, fellas, we are only a couple of minutes into this compilation here. We have a lot more material to cover, but first we're going to take a quick break to hear from a company that can help you get every advantage you can in the dating game with today's video sponsor. We will be right back. Off with the level, they make it complicated, better off. Thank you. And about 40 have been using. What's up? Sponsoring another video. Anyway, guys, subscribe and all that shit. Let's continue on here. I am the opposite of easy. I like to see how long I can keep a guy interested before they lose their mind or give up. Look at that smile, bro. This is pure evil. I mean, this is just... It's games. They just treat it as a game. You somehow, by some miracle, match with a chick that looks like this on a dating app and you think it's a home run, bro. She's just fucking around. These girls do this shit for fun. They're not taking it seriously. Don't ever get your hopes up, guys. Here's perfect example. Modern dating is exhausting. I never thought I'd be 34 years old and single as a Pringle, but I also never thought I'd be beating so many men at this age who lack effort, intention, and emotional intelligence. There's the buzzword they all like. They don't have emotional intelligence. Whatever the fuck that means, for real. I hear that all the time. No one knows what the fuck you're talking about. Just be normal, man. Just be normal. A lot of your problems will go away. My God, the pickiness is insane with this. 34 years old and single. He's probably been on at least 100 first dates by this point. But no, they're definitely the problem. It's all of them and not you. Here's a great example of why men don't approach women anymore. Listen to this shit.
I'm literally shaking right now because I just had a man approach me in a parking lot and it went fine. And I'm going to tell you why it went fine and how to address it, because it was in a book I read and this is how you're supposed to address it, but it scared me. I'm literally shaking. So this guy, I'm alone with my son.
With your son. And I don't see a ring on that finger, so we're talking about a single mom. She let him hit it raw. She didn't have second thoughts. Adds up.
By myself, a woman, and a male approached me in a parking lot. He's, "Excuse me, miss," and I don't know why in the hell he was approaching me or what he was trying to do. And before he was probably 30 feet from me when he said, "Excuse me, ma'am." And I turned around and I literally yelled at him and I said, "Do not approach me." And he like immediately started going in the other direction. And I just kept saying it over and over and over. I said, "Do not approach me. Do not approach me." And he, of course, like got like, "What the F?" Like he started cussing and yelling like, what's your problem? And I looked at him and he actually then crossed a couple cars down from my car. He didn't come anywhere near me. He crossed a couple cars down from my car and was like, continuing to cuss and say, "What's your problem?" And I said, "You do not approach women in a parking lot." I just kept saying, "Do not approach me. You do not approach women in a parking lot," like yelling it. No male should ever approach a woman in a parking lot. Ever. No male should ever approach a woman in a parking lot. And if a male does approach you, you need to turn around and use the strongest voice that you can possibly use with them. Don't be polite. They need to literally screw off. No male should be approaching you in a parking lot.
Fucking insane, dude. You heard her, guys. Don't ever approach a woman in a parking lot. All right, bet. My husband is making us fly home from our honeymoon after 1 day because he found out I sent my ex a simple goodbye text on the morning of our wedding. It was a goodbye text, for goodness sake, not an "I will always love you" text, not a "drop everything and meet me at the altar" text. I needed to say goodbye to have closure on the unmarried part of my life. Please tell me my sensitive / nostalgic girlies understand.
And then we always talk about this whole reversed, if the roles were reversed type thing, how things would be and blah blah blah, you know what I'm saying? And if a man would have been talking like this, it would have been like totally dismissed and shit like that. Now she's expecting, you know what I mean? Is it what, sympathy points? She's expecting just points to be understood. It's crazy. What the fuck are you talking about? She's talking about it was a goodbye text, for goodness sake. Not an "I will always love you." What are we talking about? Then what are we doing, bro? Like, you're my wife, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like oh my God, I don't know if it's delusion or it's anything other than that, but I fail to see anything beyond that. You know what I'm saying?
You willingly put this shit on the internet, bro.
That's crazy.
I'm speechless. No, first of all, let's just get down to this. Completely valid on the husband's part. This is fucked up. That man has some big decisions to make now. If I were him, I would call the officiant immediately and be like, "Yo, do not mail that fucking paperwork to the government because we really got to talk about this." Seriously, this is grounds for just calling the entire thing off. I support it. And she's sitting here acting like he made them fly home early, like it's a bad thing. Dude, you don't text your ex, period, motherfucker, for anything. Worst part is she asked the nostalgic / sensitive girlies for validation in the comments. And since it's TikTok, I'm sure she got it. They probably all told her about how he was emotionally abusive and he's a narcissist and she should just leave him. They probably turned it back around on the guy. I really think that's what happened.
Something that I'm tired of seeing on the internet is men being like, "Oh, it's so, I don't get why girls are single. It's so easy for girls. They could literally have like any dude. It's so easy. Why, you know, girls shouldn't complain about being single because it's so easy. Or they're like, you complain about being single, but like you ghost every guy that comes your way. So that's actually, you're not understanding anything, is when you say that, you don't get it. 'Cause yeah, most single girls could literally get a boyfriend in one day if they wanted to. Critical thinking tells you, if someone complains about being single, but they have people asking them out, those aren't the kinds of people they want. Like, yes, do you know how many sleazy little frat dudes would love to get in a relationship with any girl that...
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I understand the point that she's making here, dog. Devil's advocate this time. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you can't just let any Tom, Dick, and Harry hit just because, you know what I'm saying, they up to hit. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like taste does play a significant role. You know what I mean? Like, somebody that doesn't measure up to your taste, your standard of taste, is like, I understand why you wouldn't want those. You know what I'm saying? Even though, like, this nigga is just on my line constantly. Like, if I wanted to just like hit something right quick, I just get him right quick. You feel what I'm saying? But in terms of relationship and blah blah, nah, I'd rather stay single. You know what I mean? Rather than be seen as this dude's girl or whatever.
Asks, those guys will also, you know, post her every day to show off they have a girlfriend, but then also cheat on her. Those guys don't value academics. Those guys
shout out Big X,
aren't
man.
fun to have a conversation with, aren't fun to hang
Big
out
academics.
with. Why the fuck would I date him?
This is an insane idea, but you could always choose a non-frat dude, perhaps. Just saying.
Like, do I want to have a boyfriend? In theory, yes. Do I want a boyfriend right now? No. Would I rather be alone and single right now? Yes. And last time I made a point about this, I literally had so many people hating on me in my comments, which I really don't understand, because I literally just said reasons why me personally, am not dating right now. So, like, why does that offend you? But pretty much the main reason why I am just not interested in dating right now is because I've seen from people in my environment, number one. So I'm not saying it's all men, I'm not saying it's men everywhere, I'm just saying the people in my age group, in my environment, that I have observed, aren't the kind of guys I really want to be involved with.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
Let's stop with the victim blaming of, like, you know, a girl dates a shitty guy and they're like, why the fuck, why does she keep dating guys like that? What's wrong with her? Like, I can say, like...
And I ain't gonna lie, I also heard the whole thing of, like, you know what I'm saying, you dating the kind of guys that you end up like date, you feel me, or end up with, is a reflection of who you really are. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I mean, you know what I'm saying, it does have its validation to it and shit like that. I just see, you know, it's a matter of just resonance and things like that. For as long as y'all resonate on like similar shit, obviously the attraction will be there. You feel what I'm saying? To want to spend time with one another, and especially if it's like opposite sex type shit, opposite sex type shit. I don't know what to mention and what not to mention. I did mention that I lost my TikTok account today. Tragic, but you know what I'm saying, we had to just keep shit moving. I feel like I'm gonna revive my Facebook joint, so yeah, just keep locked in for that. So you feel what I'm saying? So all of that kind of ish, you feel what I'm saying? SEX attraction. When it comes to SEX kind of attraction, obviously when you resonate with a lot of things, y'all gonna wanna, you know what I'm saying, spend a lot of time with each other. The attraction is gonna be that much deeper. You feel what I'm saying? So you know, there's nothing wrong with that. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like it's not too much of a problem, like having your priorities, like having what you prefer, like especially like being clear in the beginning stages and shit like that. I feel like a girl with this kind of mindset is cool to deal with on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Clarify with me, like tell me like who you really are and what you prefer, what you don't prefer, things like this. You know what I'm saying? Like what we can consent to and not. Like I am the agreement kind of nigga. Before I hit, nigga, we signing a contract. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Before I hit on some shit, we signing a contract.
No, I ain't trying to be on no Diddy shit. You feel? So, because you know, ever since the initiation of the Me Too hashtag, bro, they just like, yo, been tricky, been very tricky. I ain't gonna lie. So you know what I'm saying? I gotta watch my step and shit like that. And yeah, I see no problem with that. Like, shit literally has to like change in terms of what shit means, bro. Especially nowadays, the traditional ways of doing things is just like falling away on some shit. Like when it comes to certain things of reality, you feel me? Pardon the depth if I'm getting too deep for your mind and shit like this, man. My bad. Let me see what's going on here, man. I don't know why I skipped this video. I think I did see it. It's just African YouTuber racially profiled. I think I did see it, but it's just because the bar is all red. African YouTuber racially profiled, overcharged, and banned. India doesn't welcome. What? For real? The name of the channel is 1 million views. Okay. And this one has 350k views. Okay, Mr. 1 million views. Let's see what you got going on with it though.
It's just face is just absolutely.
He's from the UK, no?
Everything bad word wise.
Accent wise.
So this African guy just landed in India. And man, he's about to get a real wake-up call. The locals start throwing shade at him from minute one.
Daddy.
Why?
I know what you're saying. I say you're Nikki, small
dick energy. Small pipi, small like this, your tiny.
When they find out this blogger's from Somalia in Africa, these people just go off on him about pirates.
Why?
Yeah, you heard that right.
Pirates?
They're going on and on about Somali pirates like it's still 2009 or something. The
Somali pirates?
guy keeps trying to explain that, hey, the government shut all that
Oh shit, dog, let me not do that, bro. I ain't trying to get banned, bro.
This video is brought to you
I don't think that's something safe to like cover. I ain't gonna lie.
by Incognito.
Okay, casually explained. Casually explained, what are we talking about? We are talking about billionaires. Casually explained billionaires. You know what I'm saying? Shout out. Might be a little bit of like education, you feel me? Let's see what you're talking about, my boy.
This video is brought to you by Incognito.
Nobody cares.
Now, the difference between an average person and a billionaire is essentially zero. Unfortunately, about 9 of them. Nevertheless, if you're a regular person, you walk around the same streets as both the Riff, the RAF, and professionals all the same. You probably know people who still live at home, friends slumming it with roommates, couples sharing a 2-bedroom, and high earners with a single family home, a dog, 2 kids, and the white picket fence, giving you a decent perspective of life for the average person. But when you're so rich that money basically doesn't matter, everything changes completely. One unavoidable characteristic of becoming a billionaire is that you end up in such an isolated social circle that you often cease to relate to the common person and your life becomes unrecognizable. For this reason, billionaires actually have more in common with the homeless than they do with most people. Doesn't pay taxes, undiagnosed mental illness.
So I feel like it might be like the same person but on different ends of the spectrum, because the only difference between you and the homeless person is the fact is just how people treat you, but the alienation is still the same, the isolation is still the same. Like, you're literally so different from society. The one nigga is just that he's homeless and obviously, you know what I'm saying, all of that, etc. And this other nigga is just because nobody can relate. Nobody else is a billionaire. Billionaires are scarce, you know what I'm saying? So obviously if you're a billionaire, you're like, shit, nigga, we're talking about top 1% in the whole entire world type shit, you know what I'm saying, of earners financially. So obviously the only difference is just like people's disposition towards you in terms of their attitude and their energy, you feel what I'm saying, when they approach you or when you approach, you know what I'm saying? It's just like how the mental isolation, and you can see with okay, me, they show me more love because of like my billions and things like this, but still, Joe, this shit is not, you know what I'm saying, it's not really because of who I am type shit, not
on the
because
kind
of
of
my
drugs
humanity
you don't even know how to get and never even heard of the Epstein files. Now, it's natural to look at your life where you work 40 hours a week for just enough to scrape by and think, how does someone even get to be a billionaire in the first place? It's really pretty simple. At some point or another, we've all had the genius thought, what if 1 million people just gave me $1? It would barely inconvenience them, but then I would have $1 million. While most of us stop at this fantasy, impressed by our own raw ingenuity, some people throughout history have gone further, extrapolated on this scheme, and invented what is known today as a business. As an example, Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph thought, what if you give me $16 every month and I mail you Shrek 2 on DVD? Easy $6.5 billion. Elon Musk said, what if you give me $8,000 and I pretend to give you a self-driving car every year for the next decade? Richest man on earth. Mark Zuckerberg said, what if I give you an app that collects all of your personal information in a giant database that I own, and you give me a heat lamp and a bowl of grasshoppers? To really drive home how much wealth billionaires have, when someone says they're a billionaire, they're one of only 800 people in the United States. In contrast, if someone says they're a millionaire, it means they have a house. While politically it's commonplace for progressives to hate billionaires because they epitomize late-stage capitalism, I don't make fun of billionaires because I have an ideological bone to pick. I make fun of them because they're really fucking weird. Recently, Peter Thiel, a tech billionaire and right-wing ideas guy, appeared on a podcast and was asked if he thought the human race should survive. He then stammered over the question for 15 seconds before reluctantly answering with the classic, yes, but. Now, I'm no expert in media training, but as I frequently tell Putin, Hamas, and Benjamin Netanyahu on our weekly Zoom meetings, the correct answer to human rights questions is always to say yes right away.
I thought you said the human race should keep existing.
And only reveal later that you had your fingers crossed out of frame. Billionaires like Thiel are almost alarmingly out of touch with how to communicate with the general public because even though he can understand a regular person's life conceptually, he can't relate to them on a personal level. For example, I get really hot at night when I go to bed.
That's what I'm saying. You can't even relate to the general public, you know what I'm saying? On some shit. Like, you're really super, like, different. Just, like, out of here. Like, out there. Like, I don't even know how to put it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So I feel like even a homeless person has the same effect type shit.
So I like to turn the temperature way down. Whereas Thiel prefers to sleep in a deep freezer, he lays down like a sarcophagus. Now, the good news is that not all billionaires base their whole personality on World of Warcraft expansions and name their company after the magic rock Sauron used to corrupt weak minds and manipulate their will. Warren Buffett, for example, has not only pledged all of his wealth to charity after he dies, but he also still lives a very humble life in his house in Omaha that he bought in 1958 using the change he picked up off the ground.
What?
Nevertheless, most billionaires don't do much to shake off the public image that their whole existence is just about lording over their minimum wage warehouse workers as they Zillow the next 2,000 hectares of farmland to buy, sip their cognac, and mutter to their Siamese cat what pleasure it brings them to see the peasants toiling for their coin. But this isn't how billionaires run companies, this is how Mr. Beast comes up with video ideas. The ethical question of should there be billionaires at all is one of the most hot-button issues around right now because wealth inequality has been steadily increasing decade over decade, and many people believe that billionaires don't pay their fair share. This is of course ridiculous, as billionaires get divorced all the time. With that said, it is a common belief that if the government were to confiscate everyone's personal wealth above $999 million, this would lead to a dramatic improvement in the standard of living for the average person. Problem is, even if you were to yoink every stock, bond, and square inch of real estate a billionaire owns, liquidate all of it to straight cash while somehow getting market value, in the US you would get about $6.22 trillion, which would cover 11 months of government spending, or every person in the country would get a one-time payment of around $18,000. While this is nothing to scoff at, if you're one of the people who says we should eat the rich, it's important to consider that the average inheritance in the US is $46,000, meaning you would make more money if you ate just one of your parents.
For real?
Now, because they can't yet buy more of it, billionaires are experts at managing their time. While flying private is out of reach for most of us, there are other tips you can copy from billionaires to save time in your own life. For example, when I make a new account on a website, I save time by letting Chrome auto-generate an encrypted password. I got this idea from Elon Musk, who uses the same technique to name his children. When you basically reach level 99 in capitalism, you might ask yourself, what do I do now? Not to worry, once you've reached the level cap, there's still plenty of side quests for you to do. While most regular people spend their time playing video games...
Oh my god, and I feel like you do need a mind. I don't know if it's a mind or a heart or a body or just a combination of all these things working together that can handle having all the money in the world and still being able to be human. Really, you know what I'm saying? Like, still having to have like something that can give you decent purpose. You feel what I'm saying? because you know what I mean. The trial heard all around the world. I don't want to name, you know, the DIDDYCOMBS type of character, where it's like, yo, you're so much of a billionaire, you're so moneyed up that, damn, bro, like, fuck, I done did like the highest of things, you know what I'm saying? Whereas I don't have to try all these little low things, like the high achievements that I've achieved, because these, even like narcissists, bro, I feel like this is what they tell themselves. Nah, bro, like my achievements can cover what you have ever achieved, or your whole lineage has ever achieved in its entire being, you know, lifetime type shit, you know what I mean? So now, you know what I mean, I'm just like enjoying the fruits of my labor. I'm so much of a billionaire. There's literally nothing else to do, you feel what I'm saying? So we'll go and get involved in some things like FREAKOFFS. You know what I'm saying? Because what else can we do? Fuck. Let me just eat all the punani that I can, bro. You feel me? Do all the drugs that I can, bro. You feel me? I mean, the money already gives me access to all these things. So it's like, you really do need a mind where it's like, you can still be the human being that you're supposed to be, without, you know, letting the billions get to your head, without letting the fact that, bro, I don't need to sweat nothing in this life for any form of like money. You know what I'm saying?
Doing arts and crafts or playing a sport, billionaires can choose more exotic things like getting bullied on Twitter, criticizing the Chinese government exactly one time, paying pro athletes to make you feel talented, leaving the planet in search of any novelty that will make the emptiness go away, paying to boost your Path of Exile account, then streaming it to prove to anyone who doubted your multidisciplinary genius that they were in fact correct, exploring the bottom of the ocean to uncover its lost secrets, and of course exploring the bottom of the ocean and then dying instantly.
What?
In reality, when you're worth even hundreds of millions of dollars, an ultimately rookie amount, you can pretty much have anything you want. Penthouses, luxury cars, private chef, private plane, giant house, and another giant house in a poor country that kinda sucks but has good weather, and you're not sure if purchasing power parity means the gardeners are getting paid well by their standards, or if you just own slaves. With this in mind, if you are a billionaire, it's actually pretty hard to think of a way to flex on multi-millionaires, meaning the 23-year-olds on Raya who look like they're 35 aren't gonna message you back. That is, of course, until you remember what separates the centimillionaires from the billionaires. Big boat. Ask a girl if she'd rather be stuck in the middle of a forest with a random bear or a random man, and she picks the bear every time. Ask a girl if she'd rather be stuck in the middle of the ocean with a random shark, or stuck in the middle of the ocean with a random Saudi man, and she picks Muhammad every time. This is because men in the forest are broke, meaning they'll try to touch your boob, whereas men on yachts are rich, meaning they have grown weary of material desires and flew.
You're broke, so they'll try and touch your boob. Or they starving for that. You know what I'm saying? That's why even money gives you the access to, you know what I'm saying, a woman's body, like in that sense. You feel what I'm saying? No offense, respectfully. I don't know if you know what I mean, but I'm cooking, bro. You know what I mean, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, damn, even to get there, you need that Skrilla. You feel that cheese, that shmoney, that mignon. Feel me? So obviously when you're broke, nigga, you don't be getting none of this shit. You be starving. So first moment you get, you know what I'm saying, that's all you want to do is just touch the booby. You know what I'm saying? Just touch the booby.
You out business class here.
Oh yeah, I seen you on Instagram. Oh, I see the poses. Can I just touch a little bit of that nipple?
Personality.
What?
While no one has tried to sex traffic me yet, the closest I've been able to get so far was when I was on a holiday in France several years ago and made a day trip to Monaco. Now, for people not in the know, Monaco is a tiny sovereign nation basically inside France, and is like a Vatican City tax haven for the ultra-wealthy. They have a little garden you can look at.
Monaco, that's it?
At near the Monte Carlo casino, which was the only thing I could afford.
Monaco.
And as you walk through, you're like, oh, look, a little building. Hopefully this one's a bathroom. Nope, just another Audemars Piguet watch kiosk. Then you pee on it anyway because you're in Europe. Other than this neat oceanographic museum, what I thought was the coolest part of Monaco was the port, which was
AP made in, no, it's not made in Monaco. I don't think if it's made in Monaco, they'd like brand it like this in Monaco.
Divided into sections based on how important people in Monaco thought you were. In the very inner part of the harbor, you have the literal wage slave section, which is basically all the yachts that I would see back home. Then there's Worthless, which had the biggest yachts I have ever seen in real life prior
Worthless?
to this. After that, you have Starter Yacht, which are like floating New York City penthouses. Then the last section in the harbor is, finally, a real yacht, which is one giant pier for the 2 or 3 mega yachts that rule the Monaco postcard photo and cost at least $100 million each. Obviously, you don't stop there because these things are a dime a dozen. So then you go out in the ocean and you get, what is this, a harbor for ants? Now you might be thinking what I was thinking at the time, which was, even if you were a billionaire, why on earth would you want a mega yacht so big you can't even park it in the harbor? Exactly, to store your other yachts in, Brokey, get with the program. At this point, I too was wondering how I could acquire a Russian nesting yacht until I was like, speaking of, what's that? And maybe a few kilometers farther out from the shore was this thing, which is the world's largest sailing yacht, and in the top 5 most expensive yachts ever built. It's owned by Andrei Melnichenko and designed by the guy who made this cool lemon squeezer that my mom just bought. Even though I had forgotten the oligarch-class yacht existed, this guy claims he doesn't even have ties to the Russian state, making him just a regular, unimportant billionaire. This argument, of course, didn't work on the Italian government after Russia invaded Ukraine, because they saw the yacht parked outside their shoreline and said, yoink? Which brings us to the true top of the hierarchy, which isn't who owns the biggest yacht, it's who owns the biggest ocean. And you know what that means.
What?
That's right.
People own oceans?
Baby, the taxpayer wins again. Checkmate. Billionaires, me and the boys have once again risen to the top. Now, if you're looking to... oops, wrong slide. If you're looking to avoid calls from the IRS or other scammers that manage to get your email or phone number from Zuckerberg's databank, you should try today's sponsor, Incogni. Incogni is a service that contacts data brokers on your behalf to request the removal of your information from their products and services. This means it won't be able to be purchased or acquired by potential scammers, spammers, or crazy exes, even though you wish they would sometimes. This is something data brokers have to comply with, they just don't really want to, so to do it yourself manually would take dozens or hundreds of hours. All you have to do is sign up for an Incogni account, and right away it'll get to work.
Alright, so, a regular on the channel, fuck, I don't know how she be feeling. You know how content creators be feeling these days, bro. Chat, look. Yo! DDG done traumatized the nigga, I ain't gonna lie. So for as long as, I mean, Amala one of the cool ones, man. Amala like one of the friendly ones. Like that's what I consider her to be at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So right now she's talking about she really pissed off the LGBTQ community. What are we talking about, baby? You know what I'm saying? What are we talking about? I'm guessing it's a Karen from, like, according to the thumbnail. Let's see what's up.
Called out the Alphabet Mafia, you know. She called out the Alphabet Mafia, you know. The
Alphabet Mafia straight off the bat, bro. That's how we coming. That's how we coming. Mafia.
2S LGBTQIA plus community, and now she is getting eaten alive on the internet. Let's talk about it.
Whoa. What happened?
Yeah, you better. Guys, before we get into today's video, please like and subscribe. Yes, today we're going to be talking about Betty Who. And if you're asking who is Betty Who, she is an Australian musician and singer. She's got some music out there that you guys can go and check out if you like. Now, she recently was on a podcast titled Made It Out. This is apparently a lesbian-centered podcast, whatever that means. And she had a conversation about her queerness. Now, she is an individual who identifies as queer, but ended up with a man. Now, she decided to speak about this phenomenon and her thoughts on identifying as queer, yet ending up with a man. And this has pissed off the LGBTQ plus community, especially the L. The lesbians are not liking it. Let's watch the clip.
I'm a queer person who was like, I'm probably going to grow up to be gay. And then I became obsessed with a boy. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. It doesn't mean that I am not queer and that I don't represent or like love the queer community and exist in the queer community. A huge part of queerness is like identifying yourself and putting yourself under like, you know, Alphabet Mafia. It's like, which one are you? And if you change that, I will never forget it. You know, right. Like it's funny.
Oh my God, as if people who end up being influenced by this sort of mindset, you know what I'm saying? This train of thought, because that's all it is, bro. It's just like being influenced by a train of thought. You feel what I'm saying? And once you get out of the phase that is easily influenced by that train of thought, then obviously, you know what I'm saying, your nature will come back out again. You feel what I'm saying? The fact that shit is supposed to be like this with you. You're a woman. You're attracted to males. You feel what I'm saying? Beware when that kind of phase, when that kind of transformation starts to happen, especially when you've identified yourself like as Pride Gang. You feel me? As Color Gang. You feel me?
Renee Rapp is like, you'll.
Now it's like, yo, this shit is actually so twisted, bro. Fuck. And especially like when people make these sort of decisions when they're in their teenage years or whatever, it's crazy.
Never catch me dating a man. It's like, go off, queen. Like, I love that for you.
It's
I
gonna
also,
change.
Hold space for her in 10 years if she goes, oops, I met the love of my life and it's this man. I didn't mean to. It's like, that's okay. You know, it shouldn't be like, it shouldn't be illegal for you to fall in love. It's kind of like, now we've come so far that our community is so strong that now it's like a crime to be straight.
So there you have it. There is the clip in question. Now, did she say anything wrong in that clip? Hell no. Okay. She said she happens to be a queer person who fell in love with a man, which happens. And she's going on to say that's okay. You shouldn't be alienated or made to feel like you've made some sort of mistake because you fell in love with a man. Now, she brings up Renee Rapp, which happens to be, I guess, a bigger mistake than any in this clip. That's what people are really talking about. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Renee Rapp, she's a pop star right now who is on a meteoric rise, I guess, really in the LGBTQ plus community. She identifies as lesbian and of course has said she would never date a man, even though she has in the past, but whatever. Okay. Now, because Betty Who has said she holds space for the idea that Renee Rapp could possibly meet a man in the future, they're now calling her lesbophobic. I've heard a lot of phobics in my day. A lesbophobic is not necessarily new, but the flippancy with which this word is being thrown out, be so for real, you guys. Okay. Lesbophobic, she is being called now. A queer woman who is dating a man who's just talking about this phenomenon is now being called lesbophobic. Can you guys give me a break? Can you give anybody else a break? Now, she says jokingly that straight has become illegal with the way that we've sort of politicized things, with the way we talk about these communities and self-identification. And she's not necessarily wrong. This is not just an issue within the LGBTQ plus community. It's an issue within leftism and wokeism. The right deals with this issue as well. This sort of tribalistic view that once you have labeled yourself as part of a group, you are part of that group till the day you die. You must toe the line in the ideology of that particular group.
I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I see the point that you're cooking up, Amala, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like it still is a bad, like it ages terribly. You feel what I'm saying? Especially considering how hard the color gang, the rainbow gang be going about, hey, nah, this is who we are. Nah, this is what I am. You know what I'm saying? Of course it was a mistake from birth that I was assigned this. No, I feel like this. You know what I'm saying? They go so hard. They just, you feel me, to a point where it's like, bro, cool. You got it. They got all these rights, all these movements going on some, y'all got it then. How the fuck then you gonna be the one that's confused then? Because now you confusing me. I gave you the access to the rights. I gave you the access to the opportunities that you can get. I gave you, you know what I'm saying? All this kind of thing. I then rock out. I bet not hear about no, I was just confused. You know what I mean? I was just going through a phase. You feel me? I'm into men again, or I'm into women again. Like,
or you're done for. You are not accepted anymore. And that's the feeling that she's getting from the LGBTQ plus community. And that's okay to talk about it. In fact, there's plenty of evidence that what she's saying is actually true. We've watched recently as JoJo Siwa, a young girl who identified as queer, took on a straight relationship dating this guy named Chris Hughes. Now, she was getting flamed online by the LGBTQ plus community who once claimed her, saying that it's ridiculous that she should find herself in an opposite sex relationship. We have another example. There's a singer-songwriter by the name Fletcher who started dating a man even though she identified as lesbian or queer, something along those lines. And she came out with, I shit you not, an entire song titled Boy, where she essentially apologizes for having fallen in love with a man. Now, I'm not going to read you all of the lyrics of this song. Go into it for yourself. And it's kind of hilarious given the state of things right now and the social structure of this issue.
She apologizes for what? Dating a man, Fletcher, boy. Wait, Fletcher, boy lyrics. been sitting on a secret and I don't think I could keep it anymore. I've been hiding out in Northern California where nobody knows who I was before. Where they won't judge me in the morning. What the hell? So is she like doubling back on like a decision that she has made? So she's apologizing the fact that she kissed a boy. I kissed a boy? What? We were counting down. The music stopped. We were waiting for the ball to drop. I was closed. I closed my eyes and I leaned in. I kissed the boy. So that's the big reveal. That's the big confession. I kissed a boy. I kissed a girl and I liked it. What the fuck, bro? So kissing a boy, kissing a girl, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. And I know it's not what you wanted to hear, and it wasn't on your bingo card this year. Well, it wasn't on mine. I fell in love, and it wasn't with who I thought it would be. It was with a boy. So she felt guilt. Nah, bro. Come on, bro. That's how nature like was supposed to go. But I feel like obviously now it's playing into that whole optic of like, yo, I'm entitled to what I gotta like. I'm entitled to like what I feel is supposed to happen with me. You know what I'm saying? And this is what it is. So actually, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like apologizing for doing what nature, for allowing nature to be nature. You feel what I'm saying? And I guess, come on, bro. It does, things like this don't age well.
But let me read you some lyrics.
Oh shit!
And I know it's not what you wanted to hear, and it wasn't on your bingo card this year. Well, it wasn't on mine. I fell in love, and it wasn't with who I thought it would be, and I'm scared to think of what you'll think of me. His lips were soft. I had no choice. I kissed a boy.
I didn't
Laying
get
my
to that
cards
part.
on the table, I'll admit, I don't know how to label it. Maybe we should think about labeling things to begin with. Next, she goes, you can think that I'm a hypocrite. That's cool. I'm just following my heart. Is what it is, and only time will tell.
Oh, so it's a guilty pleasure.
And this whole time she's just apologizing to her audience for.
Oh, so I feel like, okay, it's from a standpoint where she's saying, okay, I did this, kinda liked it, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry for the fact that, look, I'm sorry for the fact that I used to preach anti this kind of behavior. But god damn, come on, bro. I'm fucking with it now.
Having fallen in love with a boy. Can we stand up? Can we
Okay.
actually stand up?
Okay, cool.
You are okay to be in a romantic relationship with whoever you want to be in a romantic relationship with. You
Just
are
stand
okay to think you're part of one label and then to switch up and realize that you're not. You're okay to not label anything, okay? We can actually just move through the world and experience life and see what befalls us without having to identify as a particular part of a community that we are now, I guess, submitted to and must believe and fall for and be in community with for the rest of our lives. We do not have to keep doing this. But nonetheless, Betty Who is getting response after response to what she said. Of course, many are calling her lesbophobic. I'm going to read you some tweets, and then we're going to watch some video responses as well. One person says, seeing Betty Who essentially
Who coined that term, lesbophobic?
look up in 10 years and decide she wants a man, even though Girly is explicitly identifying as a lesbian and is literally in a relationship, I would be seeing red. The only reason you should be seeing red from what you hear, or, you know, hypothesizing that Renee Rapp should be seeing red, is if you have poor emotional regulation, okay? She didn't say nothing wrong. She said, go off queen, when Renee Rapp said she would never date a man. And she says, you know what? If she just so happens to in 10 years from now, which is a hypothetical, not a prescription, okay? It will be fine. And that she'll also hold space for that. Why are you guys so upset? And when you get so triggered by this, it almost implies an insecurity about the identification and the label that you've put on yourself. Maybe if we were more chill in response to this and you sort of let it fly off like water off a duck's back, nobody would be questioning your identity and the label that you've placed on yourself. But again, I digress. Let's read another one. It says, it's genuinely depressing how much lesbophobic rhetoric is accepted and spread by other queer folks themselves, simply because lesbians dare to not.
Oh my god, I feel like it's now a competition within the community itself. The colors are competing against, not competing, but like there's kind of like smoke, you know what I'm saying, against one another within the colors, within the proud colors. It's crazy. What? Really? Damn. So now the L's, right? They feel like the underdogs. They gotta prove some shit. They like, yo, for some reason we're the ones that people are coming against and blah blah blah. We got the proud tournament coming through, ladies and gentlemen. We got the proud, like, you know what I'm saying, tournament in terms of like which one got the most raw in them. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, which one's got the most fight, the most bite? Can't mess with us. You know what I'm saying? The one that got that kind of energy the most. Hey man, the L's are fighting, man. The L's are fighting for their position. I ain't gonna lie.
Be attracted
they
to
going
men.
crazy.
It's just so tired and angry. Also, Renee Rapp should be allowed to cuss out whoever this Betty Who freak is. Another says, Betty Who on that podcast tells Renee Rapp to hold space. And then, why are we still pushing the narrative that lesbians just haven't found the right man yet? Is that what she said? Did she say that all lesbians just haven't found the right man yet? Or did she say, I'll leave room for somebody if they just so happen to relinquish themselves of a very hard structured identity and decide that they want something different? I think she said the latter of the two. At least I think. That's what I heard. Let's watch another video. This one's on TikTok, and this is a TikTok response to Betty Who.
This is the type of shit that could only be uttered by a fucking white woman, a white queer one. Oh my god. For reference, if you saw my video from a couple days ago, this is exactly the clip I was referencing. Exactly the clip I was trying to tell Renee Rapp that she hasn't found the right guy, and we would love if in 10 years she became straight, and that straightness is somehow becoming a crime in the fascist country we're living in right now. This is blatant lesbophobia. Like, I don't know what to tell you other than this is just lesbophobia. And I do think there is a huge problem with specifically white bisexual women who have fallen in love with men, and that has been their experience, painting everybody else's experience with the same brush to say, well, this happened for me, so surely it could happen for you too. Which, again, people are gay, honey. People are gay. I am gay, so no, that's actually never gonna fucking happen for me. I'm so irritated.
Oh, wow. A person on the left is so irritated. Okay, breaking news. Fork found in drawer, people. I mean, people are always upset about anything. I mean, just 1 week, it's a new celebrity. The next week, it's another. And this is going to go on in this cyclical nature for the rest of our lives. It almost becomes meaningless to respond to it. But nonetheless, here we are. There are a couple more TikTok reviews and responses, I guess, that we shall get into before I respond. Let's watch this one. It says, POV, you're a lesbian in 2025.
And then I just became obsessed with a boy. And it was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Okay, and one more. This one says, every woman love woman celebrity in 2025.
Yes, I am with a boy now. I've changed. I'm softer.
What?
I've left that life of chaos behind.
Okay, and I'm not even going to dignify this by watching the entire video. You guys get what's happening here, right? Okay, this person said a perfectly reasonable thing. She's actually pointed out something that is worthy of discussion given the way we talk about sexuality and we push orientation onto people and we push people to label not only their sexuality but every single essence of their being, personality, and living experience. And if somebody dares to question that and this is the response that they get, it's reinforcing exactly what she said. You've actually given her enough power and ammunition to just restate exactly what she said in that video because you guys can't stand the idea of somebody questioning the structure of the moral and sexual framework that you live in. That's literally what's happening here. And you know what? We're going to see example after example of young people, young women, young men identifying as queer, lesbian, and gay, and then finding themselves in opposite sex relationships because that's just the way that life goes. And we now live in a time where people feel this deep and distinct pressure to find themselves in a community, to label themselves so that they can be a part of something, so that they can feel like they belong, so that they can have a fight, a movement, a purpose. And right now, that fight, movement, and purpose just so happens to be concentrated within the LGBTQIA+ community. So yeah, you're gonna have a lot of people who take on the identity and then realize that at least for now, I wanna be in a relationship with a man or a woman if they're a man identifying as queer. It's going to go on. And interestingly enough, in another example I gave of Jojo Siwa, who's a huge, female figure amongst young people and is very well known in the internet space and just you know, in the US in general, she said a large part of the reason that she identified as queer and lesbian and started going to the pride parades and becoming such a motivator for the LGBTQ plus movement is because she felt pressured to identify within the group by people within the group. So here you are. It's the reality that you've literally asked for and that you're reinforcing with the response to Betty Who and what she said in this clip. So when she jokingly says that it almost feels illegal to be straight, that we've course corrected too far, she very much has a point because you are literally treating her right now as though she has committed a crime. And there are other examples of this happening within woke ideology and the woke framework. When we look at feminism, you start out with the first, the second, you know, the third wave, and you're looking at it and you're like, okay, we are course correcting for a bit. There are things that women should be able to do. There are ways in which women should be treated that need to be implemented in society. And now all of a sudden we are allowing, I don't know, men to identify as women and take on womanhood. Well, wait a second. Isn't that actually patriarchal? If we're allowing men to compete against women in their sports, haven't we actually course corrected too far and moved to reaffirm patriarchy? Okay, so when she says we've course corrected too far and now you are alienating people for being in straight relationships, she has indeed a point. If JoJo Siwa is saying she felt pressured to identify, she has a point. If Betty Who is saying she got a lot of heat for being with a man, she has a point. If you have singer-songwriters who literally have to put out an entire song apologizing for being in a romantic relationship, they have a point. And somebody's in the wrong here, and I don't think it's the people who happen to find love with men. Just food for thought. I don't know. Take it or leave it. Guys, those are my thoughts on this whole Betty Who situation. I don't know what else there is to say. Love who you want to love, be in a relationship with who you want to be in a relationship with, you know, so long as you are not bothering other people and creating harm for other people, infringing on other people's rights. You go ahead and do you, and when other people do them, even if they've put a label on themselves and then retracted the label or had the label shift and move, maybe we should just allow for.
Yeah, no, at the end of the day, I do think that is the moral of the story, right? People are gonna love who they want to love. The heart is gonna want what the heart wants. You feel what I'm saying? And for as long as you are the kind of human being that can stand on what you stand on your own business, stand on business. You know what I'm saying? You can sustain it, you can maintain it for as long as it's working for you and for those that are around you. The decisions you make, you know what I'm saying, at least by yourself, should be considered as valid. You understand what I'm saying? So go ahead, be yourself, man. I feel like it's actually more of a violation if you continue going against that, knowing damn well, you know what I'm saying, whatever is inside is not in alignment with what you're trying to push externally. You feel me? So as long as you understand that part, bro, I feel like people's is good. My boy Jasprit Singh right now, feel me? We're talking about the K-shaped economy and why your neighbors feel richer than you. My neighbors feel richer than me? What? Seniority mindset. The fuck you mean, Jasprit, man? Damn.
You ever wonder how people keep spending so much money in this economy? Well, we just got some interesting data. Read this from Axios. Spending is being held up by the wealthy, while consumption from the middle and lower income groups continue to fade. This is called a K-shaped recovery because after the pandemic, we have seen some people see their wealth grow like this, while everybody else in America has seen their wealth go down like this. But now, it looks like things are starting to accelerate because we have even more data showing how our economy is shifting. That's why in this video, I want to break down what's happening with this K-shaped recovery and how it can create a potential investment opportunity for you. If you look around, all the economic news says that the American economy is booming. But that's not all. According to the data, Americans are richer than ever because incomes are rising and the job market is booming, so Americans are getting wealthier than ever. And according to the data, people keep spending money like crazy, which confirms that Americans are doing good financially and that the economy is growing. This is what many economists have been publishing. But it looks like now retailers don't agree. Big surprise. For example, Home Depot says customers are putting off larger home improvement projects as stubborn interest rates and worries about the economy fester. Or we can look at Target. Target CEO just stepped down because sales have been dropping and their investors are not happy. Now there's a lot of other reasons that led to the CEO stepping down, but you can...
Yeah, no, when investors are not happy,
That's actually threatening to the lifeline of your business, because the investors are the heartbeat of your business.
The idea. And even Walmart has chimed in. Walmart says that Americans are looking for cheaper alternatives, which has been great for Walmart because now people are coming to Walmart, but prices are expected to go up because of tariffs. So we've had all these economists looking at our economic data saying, hey, the economy looks like it's pretty strong. But then you have these retailers that are working with regular people saying, I don't know, it doesn't feel like the economy is strong. And we finally have some clarity as to why, according to the Federal Reserve Bank. And this is where I want to remind you that if you are an investor or want to become an investor, I've put together a free investing masterclass. So resilient, evidence from below. The Federal Reserve Bank of Boston just published a report on August 13, 2025 titled, Why Has Consumer Spending Remained So Resilient? Evidence from credit card data. Data indicates higher income consumers are driving spending.
Wait, this is a 2025 video, right? Yo, 2 days ago? Damn, it's 2 days. It's 2 days old. So it's definitely a 2025 video. So you're telling me people to this day are thinking like this?
Growth. Turns out the reason
still like consumerism, like driven, like consumeristic minds and consumerist driven.
Why many economists have been saying that the economy is booming and spending is strong is because we have.
But obviously, yeah. The economy booms when people have that kind of mindset, right?
Have this K-shaped recovery going on where the financially savvy and the wealthy have been spending more money, which is making up for everybody else who is feeling poorer in this economy. And this is the reason why it looks like the economy is growing, because some people are spending a whole lot more while some people are cutting back. And this increase in spending by the wealthy has made up for this, which is why all the economic data keeps saying that the economy is booming. Now, all of this might not seem that surprising, but the real question that you want to pay attention to here is, how does this create an investment opportunity? Well, there's a lot of businesses out there that are waiting and praying for lower interest rates because they believe that the cheaper debt is going to make it more accessible for people to go out and spend money. We also know that President Trump has been demanding and asking for lower interest rates. And then most recently, Jerome Powell, who is the chairman at the Federal Reserve Bank, just gave a speech where he said he's considering cutting interest rates starting in September because he's concerned about the job market. That the most recent data from the job market says that the job market hasn't been as good as a lot of people thought, and because of his concerns about the job market, he's now looking at cutting interest rates sooner rather than later. Why does this matter? Because lower interest rates, if and when they happen, will benefit certain companies and certain stocks more than others. And what every financially savvy investor wants to do is invest their money where the economy is growing. And you have a couple different options as to what you can do. Option number one is you can invest your money directly into the United States economy. This is probably the better option for 90 to 95, maybe even 98% of the country. Now, of course, I'm just a random guy on YouTube. I can't tell you what to do. Investing has risks. You're never guaranteed to make money when you invest.
Facts.
In fact, you will lose money at some point, so make sure you always do your own due diligence.
Damn.
And never blindly trust a random guy on YouTube.
And people never take that disclaimer into consideration, right? That's the diabolical part about it.
But when I say invest your money in the economy, we know that our economy has grown a lot over the next 10 years. And if I can make a prediction, I assume that our economy is going to grow again over the next 10 years. And if you want to gain a piece of that growth in the economy, you can just invest in the stock market. I'm not saying go out and find the next Tesla or find the next Nvidia. I mean, just invest your money into the stock market, because there are funds out there that will give you exposure to the broad stock market, which are essentially giving you exposure to the United States economy. For example, there's an ETF out there titled VTI. VTI gives you exposure to the total stock market. This is a fund created by Vanguard. So if you just wanted to invest in the United States stock market, VTI will give you exposure to that. I'll give you one more example. SPY, SPY. If you wanted to be a little bit more niche, SPY gives you exposure to the S&P 500, the 500 largest companies in the stock market. So if you didn't want to invest in the total stock market, you just wanted to invest in the largest companies, SPY will give you exposure to the S&P 500. And so now over the next 10 years, if the economy grows, you will own a piece of that, because these funds will give you exposure to a piece of the United States economy. For some of you who want to get a little bit more niche, who want to get down into the nitty-gritty, this is where now you can pay attention to specific areas that are going to see more potential gains. And this is where I like to call it a market shift. Where is money moving? And there's always places where money is moving, and you want to pay attention to opportunities that could have more potential upside. For example, over the last 10 years, what have we seen happen? We've seen a lot more money flow into things like technology.
That's why I feel like, you know what I'm saying, the real magic comes in, like, if you have a mind that knows how to make your money move for you, aka to make it, you know what I'm saying, work while you sleep on some passive way. I feel like passively is the ultimate way, you know what I'm saying, while you can do other things, you know what I'm saying, at the same time your money grows for you on some tip, you know what I mean. And that's investing it into systems, not necessarily products themselves, but like the systems that make the product, that push the product and make the product have life and have movement, you know. Investing in that, investing in shit like the supply chain, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. But then again, it's, you know what I mean, it gets tricky when it's like, when we consider the fact that, yo, is it something that you're into though? Because something that you're into will give you that energy to keep going and keep making it, like, keep innovating it and keep, like, you know what I'm saying, keep advancing it so that it can like be more abundant, right, in terms of the fruit that we're expecting out of it, type shit, you know what I'm saying. I don't know, man. Sometimes, like, when I be yapping, I feel like I get too deep for niggas, man. But like, if you agree and if you know, you like what I'm saying, you agree with what I'm saying, give the video a like, man, you know what I mean. Like, drop a comment, you know what I'm saying, wherever you would disagree. Even if you do agree, you feel what I'm saying, give me your POV. You feel me?
Because AI has blown up over the last 10 years. We've seen a lot of money go into sports betting because 10 years ago, digital sports betting didn't really exist. And so that's what a market shift is. It's knowing where those opportunities are and owning a piece of where the money is going in that piece of the economy. This takes more work, it takes more time, it takes more risk, but it has more potential upside. So if that is something that you're interested in, well, now you want to ask the question, how can these types of changes create opportunity? Well, if we know that interest rates might be going down, that creates opportunity because certain companies, certain stocks will benefit with lower interest rates. Can we guarantee interest rates are going to go down? No, but if you start to listen to what President Trump is saying, if you start to listen to what the Federal Reserve Bank is saying, you can start to infer that maybe interest rates are going to come down later in 2025. Maybe they're going to come down more in 2026. Of course, anything could happen to change that, but based off of the data that we have today, those are the types of questions you want to be asking. If interest rates do go down, who will benefit? We know that there are some changes and struggles happening in the economy. And we know that there are certain stocks that benefit when there's a recession. We know that there are stocks that benefit when people are struggling in the economy. That can also create an economic opportunity. That's what you want to be thinking about when we're talking about specific areas. This could include ETFs, it can include index fund, it can also include investing in specific companies, but the whole idea is understanding there's this shift happening. This K-shaped recovery has been happening. It looks like it's going to continue to happen, and we know that the inflation problem has not gone away. Well, that's the case. If this is happening and we have a bigger percentage of the country now that is struggling more, they may need to adjust how they spend their money in order to cope with this new economy. If they adjust how they're spending their money, that means certain companies are going to get more money than others. And if those certain companies trade on the stock market, that could create a potential investment opportunity for you. That's the way that I want you to think as an investor, because that's how the financially savvy position themselves to benefit no matter what's happening in the economy. But remember, you have to understand what your investing strategy is, because a lot of people say, I want to be long-term investors, but I have no idea how to read a financial statement.
Yeah, you know, that's where we're trying to get. We're trying to get to that financially savvy position, man. Shout out my boy Jasprit, you feel me, for sharing the gems. You know what I'm saying? So the K-shaped recovery. So it's all a recovery. It's recovery functionality. You know what I'm saying, within the economy.
Guys. Yep, didn't know that was gonna be there today.
Let me not lose myself. Let me not make myself lost in all this translation and all this jargon. Then at the same time though, check it out though, we got Zach Justice, 1,009,000 subscribers. That's crazy. Okay, cool, nice work, man. Blind dating girls based on their phone. Oh, y'all ready? Blind dating girls based off of their phone, based off of what's in their phone. That's a nice little idea for like vlog type material. Maybe IRL type material. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Well, he's doing it right here, but like in terms of taking this material and like seeing if it works on other kind of platforms, like probably if you'd IRL this kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Make a huge, big one, big splash. You know how you got the this? Do y'all think this would have worked for the Are You My Ball by DDG? I don't think he's doing blind dating girls based off of their phone, but it would have been a fire you know what I'm saying, idea for his love show type shit. I ain't gonna
5 girls, 5 phones, all unlocked.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, didn't know that was gonna be there. Today, I'll be going through each girl's phone, starting with their search history so I can find what
Search
they're
history
looking
first.
for. Oh, I'm getting a call. Hey.
Crazy.
Yo. Yo, she's busy. I sure hope so. Automatic pet feeder, I assume for the cat on the front, not for the cat down low. That's what the lingerie is for. And then it says courthouses in North Hollywood. Oh. Someone has been wronged, or they've wronged someone and they're attempting to.
Oh my God.
Okay, no, they knew they were coming because they said how soon is too soon to freak him, but they put another word. Will Hyde ever reopen? If you don't know what Hyde is, it was an old place where you would send your girl for her to get kind of felt up by Armenians. I'm bordering on this lady is a felon or a common whore. Next phone. Oh, we got a little Snoopy. Speaking of Snoopy, I'm gonna snoop right now. Nice. Why do people ever tell me that I take the worst pictures ever taken? Zach Justice girlfriend 2025, that's what they looked up. The next Google search was just Zach Justice. The next one was who is Zach Justice? Followed by who is Zach Justice. So this could be, is she in water? Because this seems to be Dory. She's got short-term memory. PetSmart jobs. Nice, I'm trying to work on that kitty too.
What?
Wink. Oh, she's trying to get a job at Trader Joe's. So she doesn't have a job. She's gonna be looking to me.
So I guess he's not supposed to like look at their faces. Everything is just based off of the phone.
To be a pay pig. Knott's Berry Farm turkey leg.
So basically you're blind dating the intellect. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what you search up, what you type, and how you even construct the sentences that you use to search whatever you search on the search bar. You feel me? Like on Google, on XAI, on whatever the case. It's like that shows me how you think. That shows me like you feel me? Your IP, man, your intellectual property.
That was Googled.
The content's in there. So
and then after it was, could it fit? No, that wasn't said. Wait, oh, I'm getting a call. Hey, yo. Hello? Yo, she's busy right now. Whoa. Sorry. Hopefully she wasn't seeing that man.
What?
Because they are going to be having a fight. Frank Ocean torso tattoo. Her entire personality is other people. And what they do with their bodies. Brat's baby frog was Googled. She's autistic. Okay, last thing, my steering wheel is crooked. She just put that, I think that's just her only friend's Google. She's like, I'll just throw it in there. Okay, we can't go through the text right now. I've just been told, so that's next round. But I gotta respond to this guy. What are we?
Wow.
Perfect. Who was this?
My ex.
So he just leaves it like that?
Boyfriend.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I miss you. What's your favorite memory of
He's gonna say us breaking up.
Sorry, I'm horny. I do not condone being friends with your ex, so they're already out of here. That was a small joke. That was a camera pan joke. You like that?
He is typing.
Or he's taking his time.
Typing. What do you say? What do you say? What do you say?
Bro, I just screwed you like 3 nights ago. Are you good?
Whoa.
LOL. Wish it was.
Bro, I feel like the voices also kind of throws it a little bit off, bro. They should not have included like the girls, you know what I'm saying, giggling, laughing at the background and shit like that. Should have been like a total silent thing. Like,
right now.
Total silent experience.
We'll come back to this.
What?
Okay.
But I don't get the fact that like you gotta like respond or reply to like these messages that you get on these phones.
We're going through texts, DMs, Socials. We're gonna go through it all, baby. We're gonna see it all. Somebody has a DoorDash order 24 minutes ago. Did you even eat? Oh my God. I'm on the search. Big butt, tiny waist outfits.
Oh.
Boob job. This girl is insecure about her areolas. She's a pepperoni mama. That's okay. Is Zach Justice's dad hot? Sugar daddy apps. How much can I sell nudes for? They're just trying to riff raff with me. How to kiss your uncle where it doesn't feel like family. There seems to be a misunderstanding. Your question, kissing, especially in a way that goes beyond typical family affection, can blur lines within family relationships and potentially lead to inappropriate or uncomfortable situations. Oh, I can see her picture. I'm already looking. Her name's Kristen. Zoom in. She's got a nose ring. She's got a cross, 2 crosses. She loves the Lord. Where is she? She's at a parking garage. That's apparently where she'd like to take her pictures. Oh, I want to go take a sick pic for my LinkedIn. You want to go to the local Applebee's and get in their hangar? Take me off that. Perfect. First picture is her and her ex. Right there. That's sick. Let's go to search history. Cruel Intentions, 1999 romance thriller. Okay, she doesn't have a stable job. I can tell that because she's been signing up for standing room only. And when I first got to LA, that's the only way I could pay for groceries. And you go sit in the audience of like Family Feud, and then afterwards you sit out in the dark and they like shadily give you $45. So she's not doing well. Yeah, and here is the problem with today's youth. She's looking at Uggs that cost $120. Casa Madera, West Hollywood. $100 per order. No, you can't go here if you're looking up to make $45 over like 12 hours. That's all it is. She doesn't want to love me for my heart. She wants to love me for my big, fat, juicy wallet.
Whoa.
I'll do it. Oh, she's looking at airlines I've never heard before. That's how you know she ain't got no money. Omni Air.
Other guys, I feel like now we're getting more and more towards a point where guys are not ashamed of like tricking or the idea of tricking. Like, you know what I'm saying? And look, man, it's a realization, right? So it's a epiphany type of revelation type shit. But it's like beyond this, I wonder, you know what I mean? I have a curious mind, an inquisitive mind. You know what I mean? I just wonder where humanity will move towards beyond this point of like accepting shit like trickery, you know what I'm saying? Accepting shit like, you know, the whole standard of like, you know, we can see clearly that females are selling their box. You feel what I'm saying? They selling their ass on some shit. But it's like, it's indirect because, you know what I'm saying, guys end up paying through means of like just maybe girlfriend allowance or some shit like that, paying for this, you know, flying them out, you know what I'm saying, all these kind of expenses, paying for rent, you feel what I mean, like taking them to school, you know what I mean, there's neighbors that literally do that, you feel me? So hey man, like I'm just saying, like, hey man, I'm just saying, if these kind of things are what's normalized nowadays, because a whole lot of values are being phased out because of the acceptance of these kind of modern day values and you know, sentiments, you feel me? So fuck it, man, it's just I just wonder.
Love cloud.
You know what I mean?
Wedding and vow renewal, Las Vegas. 1,500. What does that mean? Mile High Club. Oh my God. This is a service where you can pay $1,500 to have sex in the air.
What?
So your friend dropped.
Mile High Club? Shh. Don't tell anybody that I looked this up, right? Mile High Club? Is that what he said, right? Hold on. You know, I gotta get the right view. Inspector me. You know, Inspector me trying to research these things. Mile High Club. What? Mile High Club is a euphemism that refers to a highly unofficial group, right? Composed of those who have had sex in an airplane in transit. Is that some sort of rush or some shit? You know what I'm saying? Freaking
You know what I mean? Freaking on an airplane that's, you know what I mean, in transit. Wait, why? Nah, why is this shit giving me ideas? No, no, wait. I never did this. I did not do this in front of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I might as well just hit y'all with that Men in Black forget flash. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Men in Black forget flash. Oh my god, I might just, you know what I'm saying? I might just have to hit y'all with one of these before we move on. Hold on.
Давай-ка забудем об этом.
One more time, man. One more time. Hold on. Let's go. Hit him one more time.
Давай-ка забудем об этом. Непорядок. Давай-ка забудем об этом.
You feel me? Nah, y'all ain't seen shit. Y'all ain't seen shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? That did not give me any ideas for anything. You feel me?
Boy, that's how you know she ain't got no money.
So,
Omni
yeah.
Air, Love Cloud. Wedding and vow renewal, Las Vegas. 1,500. What does that mean? Mile High Club. Oh my God, this is a service where you can pay $1,500 to have sex in the air.
Bro, that's crazy.
So your friend dropped you off today because you can't afford gas, and you're trying to bang in the air for $1,500. Like, what are we talking about? Only. Oh, does she have an OnlyFans? I don't know if we're allowed to show that.
OF? She got an OF?
She definitely has an. Hi, gorgeous. She said, hey, kissy face. He said, how are you? She said, I'm good. How are you? Hey, if these guys are paying for some cooch, spice it up. Good. Love the page. Are you still a flight attendant? She's a flight attendant. No, is she a fake flight attendant? She gets on planes and fakes it. She's a flight attendant for fans. Sexy flight attendant.
She gets money the clean way.
I can show you some pics in my uniform. I can't post them. But I can send them to you. Would you like that? He left her on.
I ain't gonna lie. If y'all are trying to get the full video, y'all can go to like Zach Justice's page to get the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to cover the whole thing because now I'm trying to move and tread lightly. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna. Oh shit! Is it elimination time? Okay, I was trying to say all that so that I can skip on ahead. So let's just see who they eliminating first before we can skip on ahead to like a further moment in time in this video.
These gashes. I'm gonna go this phone just because I had to read some guy talking about jerking it to her to be in love with someone, and that's kind of the first interaction.
And that would mean that she's sharing you know what I'm saying? Naked pics of herself.
Just thinking about someone else,
That's crazy.
just feverishly moving their hand up and down.
Oh shit! Don't say it.
God's popsicle.
Don't describe it.
That it's not. You know what I mean? What do? I summon them? I feel like they should come on their own volition. Come if you'd like.
What?
This is yours.
Oh, hell no.
Are they here?
Yeah.
Are you not a flight attendant?
I am. That's my real job, but I need extra money. That's why I do.
Do they know that you use
you sell naked pics of
corporate
yourself?
outfits?
That's why she can't send them. That's why she showed all of them because she can't post them in private. Yeah, they're not posted publicly.
It's nice to meet you. Round 2. Also, subscribe right now, or I'll take one of your favorite loved ones, and you'll never see him again. Okay, I'm gonna start with Wiener. 9 hours and 41 minutes
well,
a
then
day.
you've not been on my phone for 5 minutes, so it's over. Because I was bored.
Nice.
Wait, what? When did the big reveal happen?
For work. I used to be for work.
So do I. I am sick. You ever really screwed me over, Zach. You told me it's just a hookup. She's cooking for you,
Okay,
sleeping
this is
over,
crazy.
hour talks.
Oh.
I'm gonna stop there. Whose phone is this?
Me.
What's your name?
Alexa.
Hi, Alexa. It's so great to meet you.
You too.
I'm not gonna see you naked, am I?
People that are left
Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. If you go back to my ex-boyfriend,
You said y'all broke up. I didn't, and that has nothing to do with Bianca.
oh, that's like really old. Is
Oh,
that
okay.
from 2020?
2021.
Okay, wait, that's so irrelevant. Okay, yeah, keep going.
Okay, sorry. So you were participating in cheating in 2021?
No,
Oh, come on.
What?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie though, the revelations that, you know, neighbors can get on phones, bro, that can like save niggas a whole lot of heartbreak or potential heartbreak. You feel what I'm saying? This could literally work, bro.
And I'm not gonna.
I'd like to go on a, you know what I'm saying, blind date based off of like our phones or some shit. That would be crazy.
Mama.
I might just throw it in the ether and be like, yo, Maybe I should just like host one of them things once I get in my IRL bag. You know what I'm saying?
A day?
I do social media for work.
So do I. Brett?
Clearly.
Brett, there was drama there the other day.
Am I allowed to look?
Yeah, he was supposed to DJ my party.
Oh, that's not drama. That's a boring conversation that I try to get out of as fast as I could. See what you've been calculating. 20.
What was it?
12? What the fuck? Wait, what is 21 minus 21 minus 12? Oh my god. 21 minus 10 is 11. Minus 2 is 9. It's 9. Oh shit.
What was it?
Why did it take me so long?
Times
Yeah,
what?
it is.
21 minus 12.
Oh.
You couldn't mental math that.
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. It's in your
You
phone.
did, bro. Fuck.
Who is it? Oh, it's my mom.
Hello, you've reached Carolyn. I'm not available to the call.
Mom doesn't fuck with you.
She'll give you a call back.
Your own mother doesn't
I'm
mess
here
with
with you,
you,
Dalton.
baby.
I'm just having an absolute smasher of a time. And I
Damn, voicemail from your own mother gotta fucking re-traumatize a kid, bro.
was foolishly boring.
Re-traumatize a person. You know what I'm saying?
Me about it.
From childhood phases.
And she acted like we just discovered gravity again. Oh gosh, I could tell I'd be bored with her. And I'm sure being her mother, you're bored with her as well. Yeah, I'm sorry.
She's gonna beat your ass.
I was just joking. Your daughter is very lovely. The next woman or man, because I haven't turned around,
What?
getting eliminated
man?
is
Who we letting go of?
this one. And it's solely because the back of your case, yeah, that checks out. How many hours in a day do you spend in like adjacent to a Tilly's?
Yeah, I ain't gonna
never, I
lie.
don't
Just
leave my
based off of
house.
the drip,
Why'd you
man.
come today?
Based off of the drip, she had to dip. Based off of the drip, she had to dip. You feel me?
And good luck at your birthday.
Thanks.
Nigga, even the tats. Hold on.
Step close to it.
What are
You
we
don't need to
talking-
be there.
What are we talking about?
I don't. You
That's
couldn't.
lazy
Time for
tattooing.
round 3. I finally get to see these girls'
That's lazy
faces,
tattooing, bro.
but not before I cover them, so people can reset. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Zach.
Alexa, nice to meet
Yeah,
you.
you were kind of just draped over my shoulder earlier, and kind of just breathing heavy. Was that you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the heavy
yeah,
breathing
yeah.
was for sure me.
You want to check in on your ex? See how he's doing? You just had someone else answer the phone. This is clearly a prank. Please let me know about the pants, though.
Yeah, I had a feeling
Burn
that he
them.
wouldn't, that he wouldn't believe
I
it.
don't care
Oh my
about
God.
your a bridge. Oh, wait, you can't. Because you already burned the one between us. Perfect.
Hi.
Please take a seat. This was the phone where I saw. Okay, we're gonna check your social media.
Cool.
And and you were Ashley?
Yes.
Sweet.
Oh, that's my swimsuits.
Oh.
Just
Go buy swimsuits from this place, apparently. I'm scared to go here.
You actually, I think you're good.
Marcus,
He's just hitting on me.
I'm gonna date you. What about this guy? Is he also hitting on you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, everybody, what is everybody trying to do?
The date
Hey,
thing.
babe.
No.
What?
Because I've never answered his.
What are you doing tonight?
Oh no.
This guy's handsome.
Now we're answering.
Yo. Dog. That way it invites a friendship. Hey, she's going to Fiestas next week. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Kristen, I assume.
Yes.
Cartier.
Kristen.
What are Fiestas? Because you're going. Because you're
Oh
going.
my God. Fiestas.
Because you're doing it.
Oh, that guy lives in Santa Barbara, so he means like bar hopping, and I've been curving this guy for a long time. So we're not going.
Excited
We're not going.
to bar hop. You were the one with the little cheeky bathing suit showing it to that one guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was me.
And you guys are still together.
I mean,
It is what it is. All of these girls are taken.
I'm not even taken.
But we're gonna jump in here. Ooh, reacted to your picture.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. You allowed it to come through, but you didn't respond.
Yeah, I think I follow him.
Are you in LA tonight?
No, he owns like a dog food brand or something, so he's hard eyeing my dog, I think. He's sending me free stuff.
My dog is hungry.
Okay, yeah.
So this was the guy that you said you were just buds with?
Yes.
And you're waking up next to him?
Yeah, sometimes.
It's 8:14 a.m. How was the thing? Call me. Okay. Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Alexa?
Do you think her and Liberty should try things again?
Absolutely not, if I'm gonna be honest. Love you, Liberty, but no.
But she had sex with him 3 nights ago.
Alexa.
She did. It's in the text messages. Alexa, speak for yourself. This is your friend Alex.
Okay, it was 5. It was literally 5 nights ago, I think.
She seemed like she's in a better mood because of it.
I'm actually a little bit upset that you didn't tell me this, Lex.
Well, talk to her.
Are you vag watching now?
She asked if you're vag watching. Should I be worried about being with her and then her experiencing her ex 5 days ago?
Absolutely not.
Do you think he's got a big piece on him?
He's a tiny little man.
Good to know. Goodbye. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course. Good to
Yeah, of course. Okay, her phone's still connected. I'm sorry. There was this guy. Weird. Whoa! No! It's decision time. Let's turn those phones off silent and see whose phone rings. Hi.
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 Welcome to the finals. I think we've all gotten closer.
Yeah.
You guys got your phones on you?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, it's Zach.
Hey, Zach, what's up?
Yeah, so obviously had a really good time with you. You seem like an amazing woman. Just based off your phone, you're pretty much in a committed relationship. And for that reason, I'm out.
Okay. Well, I had fun with you.
Hey.
Hey. See you. Bye.
See you, dog.
See you.
Do you guys have any indication on who I'm picking here, or?
I have no idea.
You've got no clue?
Mm-mm.
If you had to take an educated guess, if you just had to throw caution to
I
the
think
wind.
you've seen more of her, and there was like a lot to love. So like.
Oh,
So you think you deserve my love more than her?
I don't know because I didn't see the interaction with you two. So.
It was electric.
Uh-oh. Hello.
Hey, it's Ashley.
Oh, hi, Zach. Yes, it's Ashley.
Yeah, so obviously I had a great time with you, and the things I saw. Well, the one concern I had though is it was shown, it was sent to another guy recently. So you could probably, I don't know if you could see how I might be nervous about starting a relationship when someone else is doing. So, thanks, dog. Yeah.
Okay.
See you later. See you, dog. That means you won!
Yay!
You did it! Don't mind us. We're
yes, let's keep it a clean. Take pics, but you taking the beat. Shape shift, I create my beliefs. Slave shifts, so your mind is released. Blame tricks that I walk on my sleeve. Take trips to the deep of the seas, cause the drip never cheap. Treat, straight clips, getting cheese off a stream. Dead lips till I'm back looking lean. Send 6 to the niggas in need. And pay this with the heart in your sleeve. Dub merch on the way for the team. Try search and you see me. Hit these boys with the wop on the screen. And that be how I fit, man. They peeping the fit. Man, fuck trying to fit. Drip, splash. I'm budging in, I'm going all hard again. Can't wear my cardigan, that shit so startling. Yo, bitch keep falling in. I'm budging in, I'm going all hard again. Can't rock my cardigan, that shit be startling. Make ass keep wobbling. I'm budging in, I keep going hard again. Hard again. Bitch, take this to the chin and the teeth. Take this when you say me the cheese. Famous, but you can't even leave. Break shit when I'm taking a lead. Stay rich and that shit guaranteed. Take trips with the gang for a fee. I might kill me a beat. Straight shit and don't flipping on me. Brainless, but we keeping it peace. Stainless, how I'm moving the street. Rate this from 1 to a T. Full clip, name 5 DDG. Tracklist, so you just gotta bleed. Cactus jacks on both my feet. It's all the family, and that's just how we fit. Man, they peeping the fit. Cash. Man, fuck trying to fit. Drip, splash. I'm budging in, I'm going all hard again. Can't wear my cardigan, that shit so startling. Yo, bitch keep falling in. I'm budging in, I'm going all hard again. Can't rock my cardigan, that shit be startling. Make ass keep wobbling. Yo, yeah, cash. Yo, yeah, cash. Splash.
Ass out, nigga! Have my motherfucking money when I get to the motherfucking
Let's keep it a clean. Take pics, but you taking the beat. Shape shift, I create my belief. Slave shift, so your mind is released. Blame tricks that I whoop on my sleeve. Take trips to the deep of the seas. Cause the drip never cheap. Treat, straight clips, getting cheese over stream. Dead lips till I'm back like a lean. Send 6 to the niggas in need.